Welcome everybody to Cult of Collectors.
Hey, hey!
So, I guess
Charlie was here for a
kinda-
second. He'll be back.
yeah. But I'm here with Still Raising 4K's Jody and
What's going on
Charlie
tonight?
from Raising Entertainment. He'll be back up here in a second.
I'm
Might
gonna.
have a special guest later too, so
We just
see what's
might. We
going
just
on.
might.
But welcome to our Batman, the Batman,
The Batman.
review
You gotta
and
put the in front of it.
movie. The Batman movie review and discussion. Here's Charlie. Let me bring him up here.
There he
Sorry,
is.
guys. I'm having issues because I do have a new phone,
Uh-oh.
and the Bluetooth's being an total jerk. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my son's earbuds. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Say, this is why you send out the
So-
link 30 minutes ahead of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you went and saw it Friday?
Yeah.
Cool. I just saw it yesterday.
And here's our special guest, everybody. Whoever's
Special
joining us.
guest.
We got Seabass.
They're on right now.
Oh, hit the wrong button there.
There he is.
What's going on? Yeah.
What's going
Hello,
on,
can
man?
you guys hear me?
We can hear you good. How you doing
I
tonight?
cannot hear you. Oh, here we go.
Oh
again.
no.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Well, yeah.
Charlie, you here? Can you hear us?
I'm here. I just
Turn my volume up.
trying to get these freaking things paired.
You got sound now, buddy?
Yep, got sound.
Awesome. You got your little clip-on mic. That's impressive.
Yeah, we got started late here, so we're working out all of our technical difficulties on air. So
Right.
So you can.
I'm gonna try to put
So
we're
every-
live post over on Instagram real quick.
So how's it going, Sebastian?
It's going good.
Oh.
How about you guys?
Well, apparently
pretty good.
StreamYard doesn't like me to use Bluetooth. I don't get it.
Ah,
Yeah, because I got the new Galaxy S22 Ultra, and it doesn't have a port for your headphones.
that sounds
At
like an
all?
iPhone issue.
Does it?
Yep.
Does
But
it?
it's a
That
Android.
is an iPhone issue.
Does it not even have a USB-C port at all?
It does, but it only lets you do wireless. It doesn't let you
Oh.
actually plug in earphones at all.
Yeah, you can get USB-C earphones that plug into
Yeah,
it.
for iPhones.
Yeah.
For iPhones, we have this contraption.
Yeah, the doggle. It's the doggle.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
crazy.
guys will actually be live feed in
Yeah.
my area without earphones.
Okay.
We won't say anything inappropriate
There's no-
or anything.
I don't
no
care
echo,
if you
but-
do.
There's no echo on this end. At this
No,
No,
yeah,
okay.
you
As
sound.
long
you
as
sound
there's no
fine.
echo, then good.
I hear no echo.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna try to do a. I'm gonna try to do a post real quick just to kind of make sure everybody
Yeah.
knows we're live.
I heard it then, but
That was my bad.
oh, okay.
You're good.
No, I've got one of those Blue Yeti mics. as
Is that
well.
what you're using?
I use it. No, I use it. I use it when I just do videos that are
Oh,
away
yeah.
from this camera setup.
This is my
But,
first
it's-
live event with it. I'm
So
excited.
they sound great. They sound good. Some people don't like them, and then I think for the money, they're a good mic, real good mic.
I thought so. This is like this mic and webcam was like one of those daily Best Buy deals like a week or so ago. So I had to jump on it.
I mean, I enjoy
Well-
this phone. It's just the wireless for StreamYard does not work. I don't know why.
Kind of just throws everything off.
So
Yeah. All right. So John saw the movie Friday. I saw it yesterday. How many
I
times
saw
have you
it
seen
today.
it? You saw it today.
Yeah,
Have you only
saw
seen it?
Tuesday,
You saw it Tuesday. You only everybody's seen it at least one time.
so far.
and I saw it. Yeah, and I saw it yesterday.
There you go. I'm
So you've seen it
debating.
twice. Okay.
I'm debating on going back for a second viewing. I'm not sure if I wanted that experience again or just wait for when it actually comes out and
It's funny.
watch it here at home.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny you say that because when you watch the movie, the cinematography and everything, the way it was shot looks like it might be one of the best 4Ks of the year when it comes out.
You get lost.
It's definitely
As long as you got a
beautiful.
good TV, you can do really good blacks. You know.
Oh yeah.
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 That's kind of the reason that I went to the IMAX, because the theater down the road for me is trash. When it comes to a dark scene, you can't see shit.
Luckily, the one I
Yeah.
had, you were able to still see the dark stuff, but they call it DFX where I am, where it's just mainly feel the noise, so to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got one of those here too, and I haven't been to one of those screens yet.
Yeah,
The
I was
RPF.
kind of I was disappointed in my IMAX experience because I felt like the print was not like they obviously didn't shoot most of it in IMAX. They may have shot sequences in IMAX like the car chase scene and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what a lot of the movies do. They only shoot a few of them, then the rest is just like a conversion program.
Right,
that
right.
Converts it, or they convert it over. They blow it up into IMAX film.
Oh yeah.
They don't blow it up onto film anymore. It's all digitally done. It's just a program they run it through. So it's
Yeah,
IMAX
expand it a
program,
little bit.
Yeah. But
Well, I guess without going
I
into
mean-
spoilers yet.
well,
Right.
and I want to correct myself a little bit. The
Yeah.
movie looked good, but it didn't look like an IMAX presentation because it wasn't the full screen. It was still it still had the letterbox
messed it.
bars
Oh,
and stuff like
man.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
they didn't
that-
have it. Yeah.
They didn't extend it out. Oh,
Yeah,
that
mine
lights.
mine
wasn't-
extended it out. Mine was
Yeah,
mine
mine
looked-
definitely extended it out.
yeah.
They
No, I mean the width
Uh,
was correct, but the height they had the letterbox.
yeah, it was not long enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Reeves put out like some newsletter for
I saw
theaters
that.
to adjust their to adjust their projectors.
Yeah,
which I
he
thought
wanted
was
them to all
pretty awesome.
calibrate them correctly, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
not going down the road because that theater probably doesn't even know what the word calibration means."
You got to present my shit
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I guess without
Yeah.
going into spoilers yet, because we can do that after we start getting people on here. Because I hate for somebody to join the live and us to be in the middle of talking, telling some plot thing, and they're gonna yell at us for spoiling the movie. But like, just kind of an overall, I guess you guys pick if you want to do a 5-star or a 1 out of 10. What did everybody think of the film?
I liked it.
Me
Yeah.
personally, I would give it like if we're doing like say 5-star rating, I would give it like maybe a 4.5
Okay.
without spoiling
What about-
anything.
Yeah,
Well, out of an 8 or 10 ranking, a 10 ranking, I would probably give it an 8.
yeah.
I don't give anything a perfect 10.
No.
So, but I'm not going to give it a 9. But it was really good though. It was a
Okay,
really
good.
excellent movie.
Good.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else just answer that question, then we'll start going into what we liked
For me,
about
it'd
it,
be like
stuff
a-
like that.
Probably like a 4.7 for me.
4.7 out of 5. That's not bad. Yeah,
Gives
I'd
me a
probably
little
be.
more- like only showed blood once, so
Yeah,
because it was PG-13 and they could only curse so many times. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if the rated R like element was in there,
Yeah.
it'd be a 5.
yeah.
You know who would enjoy this conversation is Hector.
I tried. He was busy tonight.
Yeah. I mean,
tried.
even if he was just able to join in the chat log part of it.
Yeah, that's true too. Hopefully he'll see my story post where I put a link to the live here. But yeah, I'd be in the same range as everybody. You know, if you're gonna make it a star, it'd probably be like somewhere like a 4, 4.5. You want to do to 10, I'd probably be in the 8 to 8.5 range most likely.
Yep.
Same.
Well, I was just saying 4 out of 5 stars kind of deal.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, and I get I would have enjoyed a rated R if it was R rating more to see more of the gore.
Yes.
But if you're going to give me an R rating just to say fuck a few more times, I don't think it needed that.
No.
Yeah.
But-
Like Snyder Cut.
Yeah, but I
Smash
did
people's
I
faces
did
in.
appreciate the way that they handled what should have been a really gory scene multiple times.
No.
I
Yeah.
appreciated the hints, the focusing on the actors' reactions. You know, it kind of gives you like the Jaws element of we never get to really see
Yeah.
anything until a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So and kind of like the out of focus things. You know, there was that one scene where they found something and it was on screen, but it was out of focus. So you're just kind of
Yes.
like, okay, I see what you did there. But I would be interested. Has anybody else heard about this? Where I'm wanting to say even Matt Reeves may have said it, where he's thinking about putting out a 4-hour cut. Now, if that's a real thing and it's rated R, I'd be very interested in seeing that.
It probably
haven't
would just
had
have
that.
to go back to
Yeah.
editing.
It might, it might just be him extending some shit.
There's probably a lot of stuff missing in there.
Yeah,
I'm sure there is. I had to look up on the phone to see if there was a post-credit scene before I left the theater because no one said anything.
yeah,
And it said that
I
there
asked.
wasn't. So I was like, okay.
yeah, yeah. I asked Seabass down here before the movie started. I was like, "Am I sitting for the credits?" And he was like, "Don't worry about it." I'm like, okay, cool. But
We were both texting each other at the same time as
Yeah.
he was asking.
yeah. I asked, "Is there a credit scene?" He was like, "Don't sit and wait for a credit scene. It's cool." But yeah, it was.
How did you
it
guys
was-
feel about the Riddler, though?
I think he did a fantastic job.
He did a great job.
He plays a good psychopath.
He does play a good psychopath. But man, he is one goofy looking motherfucker. I tell you what, that's the only like kind of like when you finally do the reveal of his face, and we all know what he looks like.
He looked like me.
But I mean, it's just like they showed the reveal, and it's like, you know, you built up this bad guy, this
Somebody
like
that doesn't ages in 40 years.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
shave my beard. I'll be
Yeah.
that baby face,
Yeah.
nerdy white boy.
So I don't know. I kind of wish maybe they would have maybe like scarred him or something, do something with him.
Somebody
But as
more
far as
grizzled.
as far as the character of the Riddler, I think it was a great new, just crazy ass take on it.
But anybody notice that they kind of derived from that anime Hush that they did?
Oh, they did
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah, there was
intertwining
definitely
in there with
There was
a lot
Easter
of
eggs for that, and I caught
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of them in there. One that's right in your face. Big
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
it's-
seriously,
yeah,
just
it's
the,
a-
the
Hush.
whole
Yeah.
damn screen. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, well, that's not
Yeah.
blunt at all. That's just.
That's just straight in your face. Yeah.
Now, what about, even though there wasn't a lot of screen time, but there's definitely going to be a lot of screen time in the future? What did everybody think about Colin Farrell's Penguin?
I
I
did
enjoyed it.
and did not like him at the same time.
He was
Yeah.
he made you hate him, but
Yeah.
also like him.
Yeah.
But really more hate him than anything. He was one of the side characters,
Yeah.
but hopefully we get to see more in that spin-off show.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited for the
Like-
HBO series that kind of
Yeah.
shows you how he becomes the Penguin that we all kind of were hoping we might have gotten in this movie.
I just
Yeah.
hope we get some penguins with fucking jetpacks on their backs.
Oh, yeah, that'd be amazing too. I just-
But he didn't go by Penguin. He was Aussie.
yeah.
Yep.
They called
They
me
had,
Aussie.
He had the
Had,
nickname, but he didn't like it.
They had the scene. They had a scene in there where they had him tied up and they were questioning him, and then when he walks away, he like waddles
Yeah.
That part,
away.
Yeah.
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 I was like, dude, they made him walk like a penguin.
I like that scene. I did appreciate and like just the slight, just the very light touches of humor that were spring, because it didn't take me
Yes.
it didn't take me out of the movie, which I was happy with. It was never something that was just so dumb. You were like, oh.
Well,
need
it's funny
not-
you say
you know.
that because I felt like that's what they took away from the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, where they just put so much like the vulgarity of language in the movie to where it kind of took away from anything like serious in a sense,
Yeah.
and more comedy based than, realistic and I don't know. To me, the Matt Reeves Batman actually balanced it perfectly.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Oh,
It wasn't too distracting and it wasn't too overwhelming. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the chemistry between Catwoman and Batman was pretty nice too.
That did work good for me. I was worried about it, but it did work good for me.
It's funny because when I was watching their chemistry and then trying to compare it to like Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer, I have to admit that I think I would prefer the Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, Batman, just because of the way they had their relationship. I don't know. It seemed more darker, if anything, than compared to this one. on a relationship
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, because they more related to each other than
Yeah,
kind of then kind of
they were more
hated, like,
friendly than
hated each
enemy.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, maybe
with
something
Batman
happens.
Returns, they kind of kept
Yeah.
it, civil, but enemy at the same time.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
I think
something
there's-
happens in Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely going to be room for that kind of dynamic in the future because they can't just
Well-
not bring her back after this movie.
No, yeah,
well,
definitely.
well, and
People, be
the things I was afraid about, I was afraid that they would have Catwoman leading Batman around, which it was happens a lot these days, but they didn't. In fact, she couldn't even one up him at all in combat. So, and what should be, because the actress, a
Zoe.
certain woman of a certain size could, land some blows, but her, no matter how much training you have, she was 100 pounds soaking wet. She couldn't do damage to nobody.
But the thing is that it's her early days.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
true,
really
that's
think
true.
about it.
It's only year two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only year two.
Still, that didn't matter. So,
Yeah.
But I think we
No
all
matter-
wanted the same thing that everybody wanted, was kind of
Yeah.
like almost
Yeah.
everybody was an ass kicker in a sense. Like, because if you look at Batman Returns, everybody in the movie was an ass kicker, And then when you watch this one, it's like Riddler wasn't so much an ass kicker. He was more of the sneak attack, as to where Batman, he would come up on you in the shadows, but he would face you. And
That's
Catwoman,
true.
she just stole from people.
That's true.
oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't know if we can get into spoilers or not.
Not yet. Let's
it
not do
was-
it yet. Dance around.
Oh,
it.
you might as well.
That's like cough on
Shit.
mine.
No,
Cough.
no. Well, but I was going to talk about the film noir aspects of the movie.
Yes.
Yes.
And
yes.
it's very much a film noir, and it's not film.
Yeah, it is.
And everybody's like, "Well, it's dark. It's a film noir." No, that's not what defines a film noir.
Mm-mm.
There's more to a film noir than it's just dark. It has
Yeah.
Pacing,
film noir. It has a lot of film noir elements, but
cinematography,
but
got a lot of
Batman
stuff
in
there.
general is kind of a film noir type of hero anyway. Because to me, the real the good definition of film noir is it's the exploration of the evil in society, or the exploration of the criminal element. And that's kind of what this movie is. They kind of explore the criminal element more so than just the criminal itself. And a lot of noirs were also kind of, they were some were detective. They're not all, they're a lot of different things, but you could have detective stories. But the elements it had in there was like, it had, it obviously was dark, but it used a lot of shadowing. That was a big thing in film noir, especially in black and white. So you got so much darkness in this, you have simulated black and white almost. So you had a good use of shadowing. That's in film noirs, and you also have the opening, like the overdub, the overdubbing,
Yeah. I
the
really
narr-
enjoyed
the
that.
narration.
All the narrating,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
The narrating that's comes from film noir.
I enjoyed
mean,
that.
I did. I
And,
really enjoyed that. As soon as he started talking
Like-
after the opening scene,
So,
you're just like, damn.
Like
So
he was
I
reading
just
Wrecker's
wanted
Journal.
to say about it because it did. I don't know if you 100% would call it a film noir, but it's film noir. It's
No,
got
I
a lot
agree.
of film noir
Yes.
elements. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
with that.
Well, where
I
did
like
everybody
that it wasn't,
land? Go ahead.
I like that that was political, but not like too political. Like
Yeah.
it just
It was
showed, like-
semi-political.
which heard that's why some people didn't like it,
Yeah.
Because
It
there's a lot
wasn't.
like
Yeah.
politics and all that in there.
Yeah, there wasn't. That stuff didn't bother me, and I'm usually pretty keen on that stuff just because it was like the only, the one scene that was it was just out of place is when Catwoman calls
I think I know
white
what you're talking
privilege.
about. Yeah.
That's the white
I heard that. And I
Yeah.
was like, really?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was probably
That part
one
made me laugh a
thing.
little bit.
That was probably one thing. I just kind of like, what?
You
Was
didn't
that
have to
written?
throw that
That
in there, yeah.
Well,
Like, I
it
didn't realize
feels
dark
like
humor.
it feels like they did multiple takes, and that was just like an ad lib take, and they
Could
just
have
said,
been.
"Hell, we're going to
Maybe.
throw it in there."
Yeah,
It was because it was so out of place. It
Roll the
didn't.
dice.
yeah,
it
it
wasn't-
was. It was out of place.
Yeah, because it
And,
threw me off. I was like, how the yeah.
Well, because I hadn't
You
gone
must be
down.
rich.
Yeah, I hadn't gone down that road during the whole movie, but as soon as she said that, my mind immediately was like, have I missed other things too? And so I kind of like my mind stepped away from the movie because I was thinking about it and I was like, wait, this movie's not over. I got to focus again. Stop doing that. So it's just kind of like it just took me out for a second. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why did we need to do that? I don't understand.
Yeah, and the other thing is they had in there that, and it doesn't actually have anything to do with her being a female or being a black female, but they have like the savior of the city, the new mayor of Gotham, and it wasn't any of that I had the problem with. The problem with she just the actress just stood out too much. She just like didn't blend. She didn't fit, and it felt
So too
it was
campy. She was a little campy.
yeah.
Yeah, and plus
She-
I didn't we didn't get to
She came
really
over the bridge.
Yeah, we didn't get
Yeah.
to really know her very well, and she was supposed to kind of be like the next person. I'm like, I needed more than that glimpse at the opening of them debating for me to really
Yeah.
kind of know. And because then you see her do that, and then you don't see her again for. I mean, you see posters up just so it's them kind of helping you remind you what she looks like when she pops up later. But
Yeah.
I needed more than that for her character.
Well,
To where
with
the
Catwoman-
ending scene, and we'll get to that, I'm sure. But the ending scene, I guess the ending-ish. It's such a long ass movie, and there's so many damn endings. It's hard to say which one.
Yeah.
But
There's
yeah.
lots of small climaxes.
Yeah. So the ending scene with her that involves Batman, I feel like would have felt more if I would have gotten to like that character more, or just get to know her. Honestly,
I think this movie didn't really do Catwoman that much justice as much as I believe she could have had, with being a really badass character. They just kind of made her an extra, in my opinion, in this movie.
I think it was kind of a light setup. I think it's just one of those things that they're just letting you know this is our new Catwoman, and we're gonna get to see her a lot more soon.
Well, hopefully they do more with her is all I'm going to say, because
yeah.
watching this, it just seemed like she was just kind of thrown in my opinion. Like no real story, no real nothing. You just kind of see her roommates with someone like as if she was still in college, and it just has a lot of cats, and that's it.
Well, I mean, she gave a decent story there, and
There's a lot of.
is it-
I think a lot of her story comes from some of the comic books.
Yeah.
Well, from like Batman Year One and The Long Halloween, are two things that I think they use heavily for this movie on a lot of aspects.
yeah,
Like with like two different holidays,
Mhm.
but and then a bunch of other things. Like I think in Year One, the Catwoman in that series had a young roommate. She was blonde. She was picking up, just trying to be helpful, and but they put a lot of elements from both of those like graphic novels in there. But if you don't know anything about that, then you kind of try to piece it together yourself.
yeah.
Well,
If you
I
do a
mean,
lot
after
of-
watching
a lot
this, I'm
story
kind
in
of
there.
wondering how Batgirl or Batwoman, whatever the hell the movie's going to be called,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
because they recently showed some set, video with Brendan Fraser and his new outfit and stuff in the movie, and I was like, okay, well, once it comes out, I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to be, because I'm a big fan of the DC universe. I really am. I'm supportive, even if I don't like all the films, because there are some that I'm not a fan of, and then some I do like more than others.
In something bad, you always
Yeah.
find something you'll like. So,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
like a lot of people hate the Suicide Squad.
Which one?
I
the
really,
first one?
I really enjoyed the first time around. There's a lot of people that despise that movie, but I liked it for a lot of different reasons that people hate. So
Right?
you always find.
But are
something
you
that
talking the
like.
Ayer
So,
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
No, not the Ayer one.
Yeah.
the one
That
they
was not.
reshot
It's
4
not.
times.
It's not horrible. It's not. It's not near as good as the new one, but it's definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely but I'd like to see his cut if they
Yeah.
actually come to
Oh,
if
yeah,
that comes to
definitely.
fruition. But
They
I don't
really
know if
they
it's
really
going
just need to
to.
let.
Apparently, there's a Joel
probably.
Schumacher cut out there.
Yeah, I could care less about that, but
No, but I heard it makes it darker.
yeah, I doubt it.
I'm
but-
sure. Well,
of
what
what?
did
But
what did everybody think about our new Batman?
Oh.
What's everybody's thoughts?
Well,
I enjoyed him.
I
He's a young
I
boy
enjoyed
Batman.
him.
Yeah,
I could say I enjoyed him, but I wouldn't call him my
Yeah.
favorite.
I wouldn't
But-
call him.
Yeah.
I
That's
would.
a tough ranking.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's hard for me to. I see a lot of people doing that, ranking all the Batmans. But to me, nobody out of all the Batmans, nobody's done this Batman before, and so
No.
it's hard. So it's like all these people. You got these stack of people that are like, "What's better, this Batman or the Dark
Mhm.
Knight?" I'm like, those are two totally
Completely
different.
different Batmans.
You cannot ask somebody like you
Oh.
can't do that.
We got a comment. Who is that?
Jack thought it was
Jack
phenomenal.
Bryan.
Somebody.
Jack Bryan.
Jack, we're not into spoilers yet. So if you throw up something and get us into
Yeah.
spoilers, we're all going to be mad at you. But we're totally
No,
we'll go along.
the
We'll go
fact is
along with you,
phenomenal.
so it's fine. But yeah, I enjoyed his Batman. What I'm looking forward to, what a lot of people are having a problem with, and I don't know why. If you just think about it, I'm looking forward to seeing how he creates his Bruce Wayne. Because
True.
we didn't get that in this movie, and that's what
No,
everybody's
we got
bitching about.
Batman.
It was a
Yeah.
90. It was 95 Batman,
Well,
5%
yeah.
Bruce.
And the Bruce we got is just a decaled Batman. We don't have
Yes.
the millionaire Bruce
is
Wayne
emotionally
yet because
fucked.
because he hasn't
Well-
had to create that one yet.
Because he's young.
Well, it's and
Exactly.
two, he's like in a mindset where he's identifying as just the Batman.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
why we
He's got
really,
the-
He kind of
He's got
figures
tunnel
that
vision.
out. He kind of figures
That's
that out
tunnel
toward the end. What the Batman should stand for.
Yeah.
So then I think his next step's going to be all right. Well, what can Bruce Wayne do to help?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see Pattinson takes on
I totally
Bruce
agree,
Wayne.
Jack.
Yeah.
I totally
So
agree.
much room for him to grow. Yes, that's exactly right.
yes.
And which is what like I don't like that people are getting angry about like, oh, it's
Yeah.
the worst Bruce Wayne we've ever seen. It's like this isn't
they-
even
You
isn't a
didn't
Bruce
get
Wayne movie.
Bruce when you got
No,
Batman. Shut
exactly.
the hell
You know
up.
Not Batman.
You know, some
That's
people
what
are
the Bru-
complaining
That's what the movie's
about.
called.
Yeah.
The
Some people,
movie's called Batman.
yeah, some people were kind of complaining about the kind of gothish Bruce. I kind of like it because it kind of makes sense for
It does make
somebody
sense.
to, you know,
He's
It does.
He's depressed. He's dark. He's hurting. What more
He's
do you want?
pissed.
Do you want him to? Do you want to have?
Yeah.
Do you want him to stick his thumb up his ass and be happy all the time?
This was weird for me, but I ended up liking it in the end. Is just how they never really actually called him Batman. They called him Vengeance.
I did like that. That
That
The only-
cracked me up.
the only person
made
that,
me
that
laugh a
really
lot.
did was Riddler.
I have
Yes.
something on that.
Like who is the Batman? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the beginning, when they're fighting the clown goons,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
so the
On
one
Vengeance?
guy, yeah, so the one guy was recording, and it must have went viral, and people just kept calling him Vengeance throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Because before they showed the fight, they were looking at videos of themselves like fighting people or like
Yeah.
knocking people out. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
they must have
Yeah.
threw that online, and everybody calls him Vengeance.
Yeah, because even
Yeah.
Penguin was
Touch on
like, "Oh, this is Vengeance,"
Yeah,
or something like that.
I would.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd be embarrassed
I mean,
to post
sweetheart.
that, getting your ass getting completely demolished by Batman.
Exactly. You'll go viral real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get your ass trashed. You're number one.
But I liked it.
Yeah,
I
the-
did like it in the end because I mean, instead of hearing like, "Hey, Freeze, I'm Batman," you know,
Freeze.
I'm a
Freeze.
pissed off person. I'm just gonna say I'm Vengeance.
Yeah.
What does that say?
What I said on Instagram is, once you've had both your parents gunned down in front of you, then you can bitch about Bruce being emo.
Yes.
Makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Oh, that was a good point.
That makes sense. What did we think
Yep.
about? Although it was brief, and I was surprised what they did to him. I guess would be a good way of saying it. What did we think about Alfred?
Okay.
I like his ruggedness. He was ruggedly handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's understandable that they kind of went with the route they did, because you got to remember it's supposed to be a young Bruce Wayne barely being Batman,
Mhm.
and then Alfred somewhat still being young in his years that time, and still being able to teach Bruce like certain things compared to when he gets older.
Yeah,
And
like you mentioned
I like
about
Andy
fighting.
Serkis himself.
Yeah.
But as Alfred, I can't say 100% that I approve, but I can't say that I deny it either.
We definitely
He
need
gave
more
me,
time.
Yeah,
gave
he
me
didn't get
the
enough time,
Alfred
in my
from
opinion.
Gotham.
I
Gave me
liked
the vibes of
I liked
Gotham
it pretty
from,
good.
like he was just fresh out the military and just went to a bodyguard mode, and that's why he said that he couldn't like protect them
Mhm.
instead of
Yeah.
like manage them. So
What is
Jack
it?
said he met Andy
And-
this year.
that's pretty cool.
And so it's
Nice.
biased.
I'm kind of
That's
biased.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish he had more. I mean, the time we got with them, they were definitely like deep scenes. So he got to say a lot, but we didn't see a lot of them. So I don't know. Do we want to dive into spoilers now, or
Well, it's
Yeah, might as well.
after
Well,
5:30 over here. I say go for it.
We've
Okay.
kind of been roughly doing it anyway.
yeah,
so,
we've been roughly doing it. So
you know.
when they do what they did to Alfred, and for a split second you think we just lost the guy that we've only seen like maybe 3 scenes with.
I know.
I didn't know how to feel about, like, I'm glad we didn't lose him, because I was like, there's no way that's all
Yeah.
we get
Too soon.
of Alfred. So
I agree.
but it's still kind of like, were they going for a me being sad that happened to Alfred? Because if they were, I need more time with him.
Yeah, same here.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, the one little plot hole in this is how Bruce just like immediately kind of blames him from that information he's just given. He's given that information
Yeah.
about Alfred offhand, and then he just like he don't even question him about it. He just basically blames him while he's laying in the bed. So
Yeah,
it's
on his
like-
deathbed,
just jumped
like,
right
you
in.
lied to me, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Could've
and
been a little more
it's,
smooth
that's
about it.
kind of weird. I don't understand why they chose to go
A
that
little too
route.
quick.
Yeah. There were a few jumping scenes that were kind of like, that was a weird way to just get to that.
Who likes the Batmobile?
Oh, dude. If you haven't
I love
seen
the
this,
rugged-
if you haven't
The
seen
rugged,
this
unfinished.
in a good
Yeah.
surround sound, when the debut of the Batmobile on screen, that was the greatest sound
No.
that I've heard. It just like
That
everybody
high-pitched
in the
sound.
theater was just like, "Oh shit,
Silent.
is this fixing to go down?"
Yeah, yeah. We
Like a
we in the jet
velociraptor coming to get you.
when he's spinning the jet up, getting it.
yeah.
Yeah, but what was funny right after it? Did he stall it like when he went to take off at first, and then he had to
I
restart
thought that. I thought.
Yeah, I think that's what they did.
That's
they
what
I
had-
don't know.
thought.
I don't know if he saw it or if he just gave a little. I'm gonna get you. Like I don't know. I don't know
It
what he
could
was
have
like.
been.
I need to
It-
go
I
watch
think-
it again.
I think there's starting sounds. I think he has to restart it because I mean he's he's just learning how to build. So it's like it's a big souped up engine. That's how they do. They
Yeah.
die all the if you know anything about cars. But it's
Yeah.
just.
I thought about
But
that when it happened.
I like old cars too, so I that's why I like the look of that because you could still see it had like elements of like future Batmobiles. It had the big rear tires and stuff, the
Yeah.
big kind of off road like rear tires on it.
Yeah,
and,
it's like an unfinished product.
yeah,
I don't know if you guys would agree with me or not on this, but when I was paying attention to the cinematography of the movie, it felt like that the world of Gotham mixed with Blade Runner's cinematography of darkness.
Yeah.
think
Where
they
it
originally
had
made it
its
that way.
vibrant colors where it was
Right.
needed,
Yeah.
and then it had its darkness where it was needed, in a sense.
And same with
I
the
just-
score too.
I
Score
just know that
changed
that was probably the
when-
most.
When that happened too.
Yeah.
what do you guys think about Gotham City in this? Because that's always the big kind of complaint with the Nolan films because he pretty much just used like Chicago and
Chicago,
New York.
Yeah.
Polished
It's
it
Yeah.
up.
this
Yeah,
was probably
and-
as
Too
this was
polished.
probably as gothic of a
Grimy.
Gotham that we've gotten
Yeah.
since the '89 Batman.
Grimy, dirty,
Yes.
and disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Great.
Gotham's kind of the character on its own, just the
Right.
backdrop of the city. So I thought it looked pretty good. I mean, you
did
could
too.
obviously tell they were using scenes from New York, and was it Chicago as well? Yeah, it was, because I stayed to the very end to see nothing. So, and
That-
I want to
And,
talk
uh,
about
it
that.
was not.
I want to.
It was not nothing.
I want
It
to
was
talk
not
about
nothing.
this. Listen, I don't know how far we're only
was
35
not
minutes
nothing.
into this.
well,
Let's-
I couldn't
there's
tell what the
spin-off
little
to that.
thing flash. I couldn't tell what the little flash showed, so I didn't catch it. So
I missed that too. What? Because you told me to watch for something, and I
Yeah, so-
sat there until the credits started rolling. I was like, "What did I miss? What
Oh,
flashes?"
Okay, so that that URL, right?
Yeah,
Before on all the posters, there's the
Mhm.
hieroglyphs from the Riddler,
right.
right? And on the first poster, if you figure out the riddle, it takes you to the website. And since the movie was being promoted, it kept giving riddles each week for like different things in the what do you call it, in the movie, like not spoilers, but little hints
Right.
for the clues. So every week
no.
it
Easter
started
eggs.
off like
Yeah.
3 letters, 2 letters for like the alphabet, right? And then on Tuesday, when you log back in, so pretty much at the end, there's no spoiler really. You just see the website again. So it's pretty much telling you to log back into the website and check what the riddle is for that week. And then if you're a crazy person like some people are out there, they have a whole ABCs with the different hieroglyphs
Yeah.
for the
code.
what do you call it? Yeah, for the code, and only
Yeah.
one letter is missing that they purposely did not
Yeah.
tell. So, which goes into the other spoiler
Exactly.
for later. So,
Okay.
which you guys know what I'm talking about, I hope.
I probably don't, because I have not been keeping up with any pop culture news. So I don't. But we'll wait till
Oh, no,
later. You can tell me. Yeah.
It was in the movie. It was right before the cycle dance at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was uncalled for. Yeah,
It was
I
also
mean,
goodbye.
listen. The only thing about this movie, and I would love to just sit down with Matt Reeves so he can explain to me why he chose to edit the last half of this movie this way. I just really don't understand it, because while it was happening, I didn't understand it, and then afterwards, the more I thought about it, I was like, why would you edit the movie this way? But you've got the Arkham scene,
Yeah.
and then you've got the rooftop scene with the motorcycles in the cemetery. Okay.
Yeah.
So those 3 scenes. Why in the world would you not do the motorcycles leading up to a scratch the rooftop? Just have that conversation at the end of that hall. Have the conversation, then go your separate ways. Go black for 3 to 5 seconds, and then go to Arkham.
Yeah.
Because that would have made this 3-hour-long movie. Like when the movie ended,
The
I was
climax.
I was ready for it to end when the movie ended. But if you would have ended the movie on the Arkham scene, I would have wanted more. After sitting there for
I see
3
what
hours.
you're saying.
After sitting there for
I
3
see what you're
hours,
saying.
if you would have ended that with the Riddler and Joker laughing, I would have been like, "Oh shit!" But instead,
Speaking of Joker,
I got this
dropped it.
long ass goodbye
You just
between
dropped
Batman and.
I
I'm
know
sorry,
you
I don't
totally
care.
dropped it.
I don't care. But it's just like, I don't understand why you would sequence those scenes in that order. It would have just made for it wouldn't need to be like a little after credit scene. It could have been the end of the movie. I didn't need that goodbye after the Arkham. You should have put it before.
Yeah.
I gotta say it. Hey, can anybody tell the silhouette of Joker's face?
Yeah, it's
A
terrifying.
little bit.
It looks like the type of prosthetics they're doing for Colin Farrell's makeup,
Yeah.
as the Penguin. I get the feeling I'm not going to be happy.
I'm very skeptical because not only that little bit, when this movie comes out for physical media, you're gonna have people turning the contrast up like shit on their screen to
Well,
see more of that
4K
face.
is going to help that in general.
Yeah, but Yeah, not just that face, but the zoom out and you see the silhouette. His hair
It's gonna.
is taller than mine, and
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
got spiked hair.
well, it's
Yeah,
just,
it's like,
it's messy, but it's like it's just this huge cartoonish wave of hair, and
It's
I'm like,
the
where?
Arkham game.
Yeah,
Joker.
it looked a lot. I'm like, what Joker are we gonna get, and is it gonna
Have you ever
fit?
seen that actor smile?
Oh, the
my
actor.
God.
Yeah, the actor. I'm
His
still kind of
face
like,
gets so crinkly. It just
yeah,
looks
yeah.
crazy.
I gotta
And
say
what
it though, because when the Joker, Joaquin's, Joker came out, and when people talked about the new Batman coming out, and people wondering who's going to be the Joker in this universe, whether it was going to be a Jared Leto or, Joaquin himself, or maybe a different one, but yet they get their own Joker,
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of
Different time
disappointed
periods.
with that. I really was, because I was hoping that there could have been a part where that universe could have met with Joaquin's universe and then made the Joker even more of a fucking maniac, and go from there.
I'm
Yeah,
very
The
I'm
Joker's
anx-
in the late 70s and early 80s, and this movie's more, I guess, current.
yeah.
In more current times, I guess you wouldn't call it. But
Just
that'd be a little
to
stretch
just to go to that
in my
side.
head, at least.
Yeah, I'm
Then cast
very.
Willem Dafoe as Joker.
That'd be fucking awesome.
He's nice and old, right?
I'd be down for that.
Which his
Oh.
comment on Joker 2 was very interesting.
Yeah,
Because we had young Bruce Wayne and Joker.
we did.
Yep.
It's gonna be hard for me to see Joaquin's Joker up against a Batman. It's just something.
Yeah, because
It's
they'll have to have their own Batman.
because I don't know where Joker 2 is going to even go. I really don't. It was a good movie. It ended on a nice little ending. I don't know where you're going to go with that character or that version of that character. But I'm happy that it's not going to be in the Robert Pattinson Batman thing.
Which sucks.
I don't know. Does it?
What sucks about it? The Joker.
The Joaquin Phoenix and Matt Reeves Batman
Yeah.
colliding.
Oh,
I don't-
It'd be
I don't
amazing if they did collide.
It'd be interesting.
Well-
A duo directors be interesting.
I really want
think
them. Go ahead.
What was that, John?
I think we're just getting this ties into another thought, but I think we're going to get this crazy mixed up DC world where people are just making whatever movie they want to make, and it ties into also. It's kind of interesting. Maybe instead of getting a bunch of coherent stories together, to get a bunch of different people's versions, even like different. It's cool seeing different versions of Batman, because really that's because somebody else made this observation, but that's how comic books are. You get different versions whenever a new writer comes on board or you start a new series, you're getting a new version. So it's kind of interesting, maybe exploring that path. I know people want it to be more like MCU. Maybe they'll succeed by maybe not trying to have one cohesive universe. Maybe they can. Have
But
just
now
different
I know-
people come in.
But now I know why I felt the prosthetics felt a little weird for me. Because of Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
The prosthetics. I'm talking the makeup.
Oh man,
For the
Those
Penguin?
are awesome.
And then, of course, Joker, with the silhouette you could see of him. It's like what they did for Flat Top and Al Pacino, with
Hang on.
He had the big nose. He was technically their penguin.
Did you have a problem with the Penguin's prosthetic in this movie? Because I thought it looked amazing.
No, don't get me wrong. It looked cool. It was just, I guess when you're so used to certain personas of the penguin and then seeing this kind of changing it up just really throws me off and probably some other people off. But I don't know. It to me, when I saw that, I kept thinking kind of has a Dick Tracy feel to it to me, kind of like how the cinematography kind of represents Blade Runner in a sense, with the whole dark and lights, kind of thing. and like I see like things that are dedicated to where it's inspired by certain films, possibly, you know.
Right.
And maybe Dick Tracy, because it is a mobster film, you know, and Penguin being a mobster boss, kind of, you know, maybe that inspired it. I don't know, but that's a theory right there in itself. Did Matt Reeves get inspiration from Dick Tracy and try to mold it into the Penguin's character and possibly Joker?
I don't know. I think you'll
And I'm talking physicality. I'm not talking personality.
right. I thought
like just physically looking a little too cartoonish is what you're saying.
Well, look at Joker.
from what I could see of Joker, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know what they're doing. I really
Definitely
would
all
love
scarred
some
up
sort
and
of.
mangled.
I would love some
Probably
sort
deliberately.
of at least concept art. I would love to see some concept art.
Twisted Metal. You know.
Yeah, I was trying to look for something here. I don't really see anything.
I really like the one where he has his face cut off and he staples it on his face.
Yes,
I
that
don't
would
know
be
what the name of that
awesome.
Joker is.
They did that on the Batman CW show. They did that. They did
Yeah, on
that
Gotham,
briefly on
yeah.
there. Yeah, on Gotham.
Yeah, with Jerome.
Yeah.
Do you guys like
now-
how the
I
Riddler
really
got
enjoyed that
caught?
Alfred. Yes, deliberately.
Yeah, he liked. Yeah, he want. Well, I mean, his whole plan. He wanted to get caught, and then he thought he,
He
was
got off
doing.
on it. He
Yeah,
got off
and
on
then-
being caught.
He wanted the attention.
That's
think-
that's
you
exactly
think
what I
they're-
was thinking.
You think they're going for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Arkham.
But does that fit with this Batman? That's my
No.
question.
No.
Until we see more of the villains.
I don't think it does either.
Because I got a chance to see a really good silhouette of his face from a certain angle, and it looked a little bit more, way different than the one he was just showing right now. Yeah, the smile almost looked like that, the one he just showed right there.
Here's my
Big old
favorite.
teeth
There you go.
Yeah,
There
says
This is my
Otto.
on his trailers.
Well, I'm talking about
He's
the
my
Joker.
favorite one for one sole reason. He rocks the mustache under the makeup.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
awesome. The best fucking thing ever.
Yep.
This
He said, I ain't
this
shaving my
one's really
shit for
cool
that.
here too.
Mustache.
This is cool.
I still
right
need to
here.
see The Killing Joke.
Oh, that movie's fucking twisted. It's fantastic though. Right before going to go see the Batman, I rewatched The Long Halloween Part 1 and 2.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
And
yeah.
yep.
how'd that
I
go?
was like, oh, it was fantastic. They like not word for word, but lots of little scenes were like placed into the movie. Like let's say like the cemetery. So like the bike scene with the cemetery in those two
Yeah.
movies, the cemetery was a big like a big scenery, and in both movies, the holiday killer, he
Mhm.
killed on certain holidays. Well, on all holidays, but there was multiple holidays per movie. But I found it cool that they did Halloween and Election Day, which
Mhm.
was not going out of that. And instead of the holiday killer, they replaced it with the Riddler, which did the same thing that the holiday killer was just fucking driving Batman crazy, trying to figure out who's killing these people. But I have to rewatch Year One Batman, the movie. I don't have time
Yeah.
to read it, but there's a lot of things from that novel or that comic that they use for the movie too.
Mhm.
From what I understand and from what I remember from watching it when the Blu-ray first came out fucking years ago, but now we have 4K, so I need to give it a watch.
Yeah. We got Jack saying that Matt Reeves has said that there's going to be a second deleted Joker scene released at some point, which gives us
Okay.
a full
Okay.
look at his character.
I hope
Hopefully
so,
Max
because
has
I'd
an
kind of
extra.
be anxious to see that.
Yeah.
And did you see that HBO Max is dropping the Batman on April 16th?
Yeah, we're getting in April, and then we'll get physical. I
So-
think either late April or May.
So damn quick.
May.
Yeah.
So damn quick.
Well, movies
there's-
are
I
doing
feared
that in
longer.
general. Some come out like maybe a month 2,
After.
3 later, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
like
the
B movies
turnaround's
and all
quick.
like that. Like
They didn't used to
those, like,
be.
yeah, I know. It used to be a lot later. Should be like 3 or 4
Yeah.
months down the line.
Not even that. Like, I remember being a kid, and when Jurassic Park was brand new, and it seemed like it
VHS,
took
baby.
forever for it to come out on VHS.
Well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was HBO Max that, and I'm pretty sure this might be the first film. Maybe is this the first Warner Brothers film that they?
That didn't do the.
That didn't
Yeah,
do it the same day. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think so.
Because that was the plan. They were going to release them on HBO Max and the theaters, the same, which I thought was just awful.
People would have been.
But I
pissed.
think the fans said, no, you want to do a fucking theater run first because people will want to see it in the theaters.
Yeah. Oh, cool. You're going to send me some links to some interviews. Cool. Yeah, I would.
There you
I would
go.
love to see, especially if he talks about this 4-hour run that I heard him talking about. If they release a
yeah.
4-hour cut, Jesus.
I'd be okay with that.
I mean, oh God.
Actually, you know what they would
Snyder?
do? What freaking
More
Warner Brothers
scenery.
would do is that
and
they would make
Reeves together.
they would make the 4-hour cut an HBO Max exclusive. Is what they would do
That's
because they'd want more people.
that's
to
what
see.
Apple did with the Last Blood, like director's cut.
Yeah,
They put the freaking digital code in the steelbook set, but not on the physical disc.
oh, that's
I was
rude.
fucking pissed. So I had to physically physically download it. Oh, lost my phone.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not a big like digital code kind of guy, but
I saw mine.
so do I. But
Yeah, me too.
I'm a big fan of other Rambo movies, so I had to have that copy in some sort of way.
Yeah, some people with the Batman were. After I thought about it, it didn't make much sense because it ties into the whole white privilege thing. But people were, I don't know
I'm
why
sure-
they were talking
sure a
about
lot
it,
of
but
people
they
are
were
butthurt
saying
about
no. They were saying, well, all the all the bad guys in the movie are white guys. But I was like, that's how it is in the comic book. Most of the
then-
bad guys are like that in the comic book. So
Yeah.
I
I heard there's a lot
Well,
of people
hey, not
being
in Tim Burton's.
mad
They made Harvey Dent black with Billy D. Williams.
Hell yeah, we should
Yeah.
get more of that.
yeah.
and people were pissed off
Yeah.
about Commissioner Gordon being played by a black guy.
You know
There's
what?
a lot of
That
people
threw me
being
off.
mad
I'm not
about
gonna lie.
that.
When they showed the trailer the first time for the Batman, and they showed Commissioner Gordon, it threw me off. I was like, because I was so used to him, of course, being a white cop, this
Yeah.
and that or whatever. But this guy being a Gordon, it actually
fits.
worked.
I like
Well,
it.
that
I like that
the
actor.
guy that played him. Yeah, that actor's he's a really good actor. He's
Yeah,
been in
He
I love
did
his
good.
voice.
Yeah,
I
a lot
love
of
his
stuff.
voice.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now show me your hands.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was in he was in Westworld.
Yeah,
That
He's a
might
lot of
be-
stuff.
yeah,
He was in
He-
Hunger Games. I'm pretty sure it was Hunger
yeah,
Games.
yeah. He was in yeah, he was in
There's
there.
A bunch of
Oh,
other,
nice.
like, big. Yeah, he was like the scientist or the people that made the equipment.
I can't think of his first name. His last name's Wright. I can't
Yeah,
think of
and
his
he's
first
supposed to be
name.
getting his own HBO Max.
Yeah,
show too.
yeah. We're supposed to
For,
be getting
like,
some
the-
sort of little like side show
Yeah,
of
so we
like
can, so we can see more.
Gotham Police,
See more.
Oh, yeah.
villains,
That's
which
right.
I'm excited
which
for.
I'm excited for all these HBO Max kind of spin-offs that's in this universe, but I don't know if it's going to be like an overkill or are we going to get some more Batman in these, or are they just going to do like a hint, like like you'll
I
see
think
like
a little peppered in there.
little
It
peppered in
be
there.
peppered.
I don't know. I don't know
little
what they're
salt.
going to do. I'm anxious to see. I really like the fact that they're going to do it with the Penguin, because the Penguin definitely needs more.
Backstory.
He
Yes.
needs more of this becoming the Penguin. Don't just jump to Batman 2 and he's just the Penguin now.
He's the
I
boss.
want I want to see that growth.
I heard that the Batman 2 possibly, and I say possibly, it's not
Mr.
confirmed or
Freeze.
anything, and it's more of a rumor. Yes, Mr. Freeze,
That'd be awesome.
but
Right
in a
from
practical
Right from Matt
sense.
Reeves,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I
And
like that
I
comment.
would like to see that. I'm not going to
It'd be
lie. I
awesome.
would like to see
It's
how
been
you
too
could
long.
turn Mr. Freeze
long.
practical.
Too long. And I really liked how they did it in Gotham.
Yeah, that was pretty
Just giving
good.
him that like mad scientist look, and
Yeah.
he just freezing motherfuckers down in his basement.
If only Christopher Lloyd was younger.
Oh man, that'd be great. But
He could
let's
play
bring back
Mr.
Arnold.
Freeze.
Bring back Arnold. Don't bring back Arnold for that. Jesus.
No, don't bring back Arnold.
Frieza!
Now earlier, which
dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Age.
which movie were
No.
you talking about early, Charlie? When you talking about having the other cut, were you talking about Batman and Robin or
Oh,
Batman Forever.
It was Batman Forever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
See,
supposed to have a
Forever's-
darker cut.
yeah. Forever's not. I like Forever.
I did too.
I don't know why. I always liked that movie.
I did
but-
too.
Well, you got to see Bruce Wayne as Bruce Wayne,
Just
not
hits
so much
right here.
Batman.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So many iconic
Yeah.
characters and jokes.
Oh
Just-
yeah.
Just everything in there.
It was good, but it was sold to Val Kilmer as a
Yes.
darker, and there's
Yes.
multiple deleted scenes, especially that one where they like created that giant animatronic bat. It's supposed to be a
Yep.
dream sequence.
That thing was cool.
How do you pay somebody to create that and then just cut it from the movie entirely? I have no idea. But
I think I would have enjoyed it even more, honestly.
he signed
Yeah,
on
cool
to
to
it because
see.
it was supposed to be like a psychological Bruce Wayne Batman thing.
Well,
I mean, we're talking Val Kilmer. He would not have signed on to a campy ass Batman movie. So
see, Val Kilmer did a better Bruce Wayne. And the thing
Yeah.
is that what I understand about Batman Forever is that Michael Keaton actually was originally supposed to be in it. The only reason why, and this was a rumor for a long time, is that he said no to because he wanted a lot of money or something, which happened to be false. It was him and Joel Schumacher who just had creative differences, and that was
Yeah.
all it really boiled down to. And that's why he left. So that's why Val Kilmer came in.
yeah, you couldn't have put a Keaton Batman in Forever because they would have wanted Keaton to be jokey Keaton, and that would have been
Yeah.
awful. That would have been awful.
Yeah, I'll take drive through. You know,
I hope it's true. Drive.
you couldn't see Michael Keaton doing that.
Yeah, I've heard about this Arkham Asylum horror / haunted house type series. That's going to be interesting
That'd be that would be
because I need to know if we're introducing the Joker and he's already in Arkham.
cool.
Have him and Batman already done something in year one, or is this just a totally different? Like we're gonna get a left field experience for the new Joker. We have no idea what his backstory is or
Yeah,
anything.
because this one's called The Batman, and it's supposed to be his 2-year run, right?
yeah.
So what if the sequel was more of a prequel, and they actually called it The Batman Year 1, though?
I don't know if I want that.
I know you
Or the
probably
Bat.
wouldn't want that, but what if they did that?
I don't know. I'm very anxious to see where they're gonna get Joker's back. Like, why is Joker already in Arkham? Why is he so excited to make friends with Riddler? It seems like Joker's already dealt with Batman. That's kind of what I got. And I was just like,
they might dive into that in the sequel.
maybe,
I'm sure it'd be
maybe,
flashbacks, all types of
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
But
And I'll tell you
still
what,
wanna see.
one of
I just wanna
the
see what. Good, you go first.
one of the coolest texts, and this may have been in the comic books, and I just don't know. But one of the coolest texts in this movie were the contacts recording everything that he was
That
seeing
part
all the
was
time.
Awesome.
That was freaking
Awesome.
genius. And if that was in a comic book in the past, and I just don't know about that, that's fine. But
As far as I know, I can't remember.
that was whoever came up with that idea was like, damn it, that's because then he could just go back and just rewatch everything he looked at, which also kind of
You
explains
know
why he's
that's
always.
supposed to become a reality for us, right?
Oh, I'm sure. But I like that, like, that first where he's going through the crime scene, it's just kind of weird how he's just staring at everything. And it's like, okay, he's doing some detective shit. That's cool. We haven't really gotten a Batman doing a lot of detective lately. And then he goes back and that's why he's just constantly he's just fixating because he's recording. I'm like, that's freaking genius. Whoever came up with that idea, it was great. It was great.
yeah, we need what we need though. I'm getting tired of them going back and kind of telling the origin stories, and I want a fully formed Batman at his in his prime with Robin.
Oh,
Yeah.
In
we
there, yeah.
almost got that with Zack Snyder. We almost got that
I
with
s-
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
I still want to see what happened to Robin
Yeah.
From Zack
from
Snyder.
the Zack Snyder cut.
Didn't he talk about what he either wanted to or did he record a
have no
Joker
idea.
killing Robin scene?
But I want.
I
to see
didn't
it.
hear that.
I think he wanted to.
That'd be awesome to see.
He
would
probably
be awesome
thought
to see.
about doing it, but didn't do it.
That's why I freaking loved that scene in the Justice
I was
League
like,
cut
oh,
where Joker just
He's all
taunting him with
oh,
that
man.
Robin shit. I was like, damn it, I want that bad. Oh, I want
Yeah,
to see that.
because
So
when
bad.
Snyder Cut revealed Jared Leto's, Joker, I felt like that was the Joker we were supposed to have originally with the other Suicide Squad movie. The first one airs, even though there may be an air cut, but anyway, the point is that the Joker we got to see with Snyder was the Joker that I was hoping to see the whole frickin' time.
Yeah.
And didn't get enough of because. Jared Leto, he's a great actor. Don't get me wrong. He is a great actor. And so is Jack Nicholson. So is Heath Ledger. So is Joaquin Phoenix. They all did a great job as the Joker. But they all had their actual screen time. Jared didn't get much of shit.
Well, that would hopefully get repaired if they release the air cut, because not only did the studio come in and say Joker was supposed to be the main antagonist in
That's what I
in
thought.
Suicide Squad. Yes, he was supposed to be,
He got
but
he got
ripped off.
reshot 4 times.
Yeah, they
Four
reshot
times.
so much shit and they
Crazy.
cut so much shit.
Yeah, I
Hence
always
why
heard they
people
were
were so
fucking
pissed off.
reshooting shit.
All the commercials had the Joker plastered everywhere,
Yeah,
and then
Yes.
people were just like,
hell, he was even
drag
in the
him right
damn.
out.
He was in a damn music video for the damn movie, for God's sake.
I know.
And then he was
But if you
barely in the
guys
movie.
really if you guys think about it, though, that just goes to show that people were excited to see Jared Leto as the Joker. Like, people were excited.
Oh, there it
Because
is. I knew
apparently
I-
he
I
did
knew I read that.
something right,
Yeah.
but then got less screen time, and people were like, well,
You're
I don't know
definitely
how to
right,
feel
Jack.
about him now.
You were robbed.
Yeah, this is Jack saying that idea of the flashback of Joker killing Batman was supposed to be in the part 2 of Justice League. It's supposed to be a flashback scene.
Ah,
That's where I read that. That's my only complaint about. I was super excited that we got the Zack Snyder Justice League. I'm happy it happened. It's a wonderful cut. I could watch it again if I wanted to, but at the end of the day, I hate it because it was meant to be 3, and we're only ever gonna get the 1, and there's no coming back from that. So
Yep.
I
They're-
don't.
they're
That's
just
like
erasing everything.
I know. That's why I just like. I love that we got it, but I'm pissed that I saw it. Does that make sense? Like,
Yes, it does.
because
You love
like,
to hate it.
I know it's great, but then like after you're done watching it, you just get pissed again. You're like, well, shit, this was supposed to be a 3-parter. Yeah,
There's
it's
no more
all
substance.
gone. The word now is that because we all know that Affleck's coming back to play
Flashpoint's
Batman
coming.
for the Flash, but now I'm
Flashpoint's
hearing,
coming.
yeah, but
Rewrite
now
everything.
I'm hearing that they're actually going to kill Ben Affleck's Batman in Flash.
Yeah.
If they do, I mean, just what the fuck? I mean, come on.
Yeah, they don't want Zack Snyder back at all.
Nope.
At
Which
all.
is sad because isn't he still on as a producer for everything? Wasn't that part of his big contract? Like I know he produced.
Yeah, I don't know.
He produced
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 84, which I mean, I wish he could have saved that. But I guess we'll find out when the Flash and when Aquaman 2 comes out if he's got a credit on
Yeah.
there.
I'm very excited for Black Adam.
Oh yeah, they showed that
You
little.
got Dr. Fate in there. Oh,
Oh,
Pierce
that looks so
Brosnan.
good.
woo!
I'm so glad that they went with such a comic accurate suit for him.
Oh,
It
it's
looks
great.
so good. Because we got that.
Yeah,
we got
I'm
that.
kind of
We got that trailer,
Yeah,
that 22 DC 22 trailer at the opening of this movie
Oh.
on IMAX, and everything looked
Oh,
great.
It was beautiful.
what do you guys think about well, I'm actually pretty pumped for the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And
There's
what
so
about
much
more?
stuff
What do
in
you
there.
guys? What do you think about Morbius? We can talk about both, but
I'm
Kinda
pretty
those
excited for
two.
Morbius as well.
I'm excited about it, but the more they push it and the more trailers I see, I'm starting to get that old school comic book movie vibe. If that makes sense? I'm starting to get that. What are some examples I can see? I'm starting to get like a I don't know, like a Ghost Rider vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like those old school
I
comic
love
book
Ghost
movies.
Rider.
I do
Oh,
too.
they were so good.
So it could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Nick
Isn't
Cage can't do
Ghost
no wrong.
Rider supposed to make a cameo in the new multiverse?
Dude, everybody's making a cameo in multiverses.
That's what the rumors are.
It's an
We will
endless
see for sure.
It's an endless name drop of who's going to show up in this thing. It's
We will see for
ridiculous.
Who
sure
wants to show
in a
up
few
in
months.
what though?
I don't know.
Who wants
I don't
to
know.
see who?
I want
wanna
to see.
Chris Evans as a Human Torch.
There it is. I was fixing to say that same exact thing. That's exactly what I want to see.
I
And
want
I
him
wanna-
to meet America's ass.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know what though? I got to admit that
Yep.
would be kind of funny to see that. Chris
Yeah.
Evans, switching a role, but still in the same universe, so to speak. Just
would be
kind of
cool.
weird, but funny. I
It'd be
think it's
funny.
funny.
Been a little crack
Yeah.
at it.
I
Yeah,
agree
have some
with
fun with it.
I agree with Jack here about Amber Heard. I don't know. She's just
She's a
She's-
bitch, and I'm gonna
yeah,
say
she's
right
going-
now, if anybody, I know we're not monetized or anything like that, so which is a good thing. So fuck Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm surprised.
She's going to
that
go
whole-
down because
Yeah,
of-
that whole situation.
no.
Um,
I want to hear
ruined-
John speak on
Oh yeah,
this.
yeah. Please do.
I don't. Oh, I don't have any more.
He said,
I don't have anything in depth to say about it. I've heard a lot in depth because there's a guy I follow that he covers a lot of it, but he just covers kind of the progress of what's been going on. But it's nothing. He's just, it's just what blossomed out of all this Me Too movement and stuff like this. That believe every woman, no matter what they say. You know how that's went in a lot of cases. I mean, it's true in some cases, and in some cases, it's you can't be like that.
Oh, well, don't take advantage. I agree with
Yeah.
you. Don't take
Yeah.
advantage of it because, you should believe when people
Yeah.
say something about it. But at the same time, if you believe it and then you're proven to be a liar, then you just abuse the system and then you make a lot of innocent people look bad.
Yeah, there's a difference between believing somebody to want to look into it further. Like,
Yes.
this happened to me. Okay, I believe you. Let's look into it. Not this happened to me. I believe you. Let's just fucking ruin that person and either don't even look into it, or a year or two after we do look into it and find out that you were not being factual, it's too late for him. He's done lost his contracts. But
Well, since I don't know your guys' musical background of what you guys like exactly, but example, Michael Jackson, I'm a big supporter of Michael, and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. I don't believe he did anything at all. And I believe that. Because one, the FBI themselves had tracked the fucker for 10 years. 10 years. Not a damn thing dirty about him. But yet still made him look dirty.
I don't really have I really not going to comment on Michael Jackson just because I don't.
You don't have to.
I mean, he's dead now. We can't really prove anything, and
yeah.
I'm just saying I never believed when he got accused. I never did.
Well, I did because he was a weirdo, but
But just because someone's a weirdo doesn't mean they did it.
yeah.
You gotta
No,
remember
I
that.
Yeah, but I mean, he was beyond weird. I don't know.
I wouldn't call him beyond weird. I would say that he was weird for sure, but beyond weird, I wouldn't say that.
I wonder actually if he was at a younger age, been kind of, he could have been clinically diagnosed with some kind of, ADD, not so much ADD, but something like that, one of these spectrum type of issues. I know he had a lot of trauma from his childhood, obviously. A lot of the early superstars
Discipline.
did. Brian Wilson,
A lot of
people like
discipline.
that with his dad, but but you see the same behavioral out of Richard Williams. Richard
Yeah.
Williams from there, he was very, but he didn't like beat his kids though. He treated them good. He just wanted them to, he was
Of course.
respectable because they were girls too. But still, I mean, what went on with Michael Jackson wasn't necessary. But I mean, it's just, a lot of people deal with that kind of trauma. But pushing him to the point of where he went, he just never grew up. He just never had an opportunity to grow up. He grew up.
Well, he
in the
used his
business, grew
adulthood
up
to live
working.
through his childhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what.
And so he basically did his life backwards, if you really think about it. Because his dad was so like, oh, you got to be professional, no dicking around, no being a kid, basically, at all. And then growing up, making enough money, he was able to turn his house into a fun house and a carnival and an amusement park. Anything that he wanted to do as a kid but never got to do. And then people he would invite over, whether it's celebrities or actual families with kids and shit like that too. But most of the time, everybody had a good time. Nope, nothing bad to say about him at all until the 90s when the Dangerous album came out.
Well, that's kind of when he came after he had all that work done, too. And I'm not talking about the pigmentation stuff, not that. But the problem was, you look back. I mean, he only had his hair burned. I don't know what the extent of damage was done to his skin. I assume there was enough that he had to have a lot of cosmetic surgery done. But
He did.
you look at him back during like the Billie Jean era and that stuff like that. I mean, he was a very attractive guy. For the
Oh yeah.
he would, but he made himself look female. I mean, maybe he was,
Well, you got to remember that's
confused.
pop culture. They
maybe.
want to make you young.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't want to try to diagnose Michael Jackson.
No, we're not diagnosing. I'm just saying, like, pop culture will have that effect on people because they want to keep you young.
Well, I think he hooked up with people like oh crap, I forgot her name. Elizabeth Taylor, people like that who had a lot of work done. People like
Brooke Shields. He was They were dating for the longest time.
Well, I'm not saying he was hooking up with Elizabeth Taylor. He was just they were friends.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, me and Seabass are having our own little conversation over here.
Yeah.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
He saw me move this
You got
box
action
over.
figure on there.
Listen, I was at Target the other day, right? And this is still in the DC, so we're fine.
Okay.
This is closer to the Batman than Michael Jackson. Let's just say that.
Okay,
So,
no, that's fine.
But I was at Target. I was at Target yesterday, and I knew McFarlane made a Swamp Thing figure, but I didn't know. I didn't know it was the size of my head.
Oh
Look at
wow.
the size of this thing.
You put the lens on, right?
Nice.
Oh, I haven't even opened this thing, man. This is because I think he did several editions. I think I've seen different ones, but this is
One's
closer
gray.
to the this is really close to the old school Swamp Thing movie when it comes to the face and everything.
Yes.
Wait, which
know
Swamp
what
Thing movie?
The good one, damn it! No,
The first one.
No, it's either
Not Swamp
Heather
Thing
Locklear or no Heather Locklear.
that's the second Swamp Thing movie. Where's my Swamp Thing?
That's what I
movie?
mean. Which one's better?
Oh, it's got to be the first one, man. It's got to be the
Always.
Heather Locklear one was more of a comedy, honestly.
This isn't
And I
anything
really like the,
unusual.
I
but
love that one.
I really like that rated
Oh.
R
Yeah.
DC show they did too. Was pretty good for one
Yeah, yeah.
season, sadly.
Did you find the blue one, John?
No, this is just the mech suit from the. Which comic book was that
Is
from?
that
I
the,
forgot.
Is that Batman?
Frank Miller?
Yeah, the Frank Miller, yes.
Yeah.
But this is from the actual comic book, the version of him.
Oh
I
yeah.
always.
Nice.
It's nothing
That's
special,
cool.
but I found him one day at
That's a
like
cool
Rite
figure.
Aid.
Yeah.
But I just
That's
like
pretty
the
awesome place
colors.
to find it though.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
a Rite Aid?
Yeah,
Walgreens
well,
has some
Walgreens,
Walgreens exclusive
Walgreens,
ones
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I finally found these bastards too. I've been hunting these too. The symbiote suit
Nice.
and
Cool.
and this other suit over here. I've been hunting those, and Target had all three of those. Needless to say, I just went to Target to kill some time for dinner, and I walked out spending over $100. It was not my day.
Yeah, when
I sometimes do that.
you
I got
go
the
in not
TLC
expecting.
Funkos.
No.
Yeah,
the
whenever
one-
you If you go in not expecting
DLC.
to spend money, that's when you have to spend a lot of money. When you're
I
not,
know every
that-
time.
that's when the toys show
You're
up.
not-
Whenever you're
that
not
is
looking
expected.
for them.
Yeah, there's this one Target like 45 minutes from my house. It's they always have everything every time I go there. But the Target that's like 2 minutes from my house never has shit.
Has nothing.
But the
Nothing.
one that's down the street from me, like they actually have a decent collection of like say Funkos.
Yeah.
It's not big, but they have a decent collection, and they have some NECA figures and some other stuff, you know. And me personally, I am picky when it comes to collecting Funkos, so I don't collect everything Funko. And I picked up the hip hop group TLC, T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili Funkos.
That's ridiculous.
No joke.
I will say I follow this one toy account, and he'll like post randomly. He gets a lot of people sending him pictures of when they find stuff at certain stores, and he'll tell you what stores they were at and all this stuff. But he has been showing where some Targets are getting away from all of that, and it's all going on clearance. All the NECA stuff, it's all going on clearance. And I have been to one Target, and I forget which one it was because I don't go to it at all ever, and I don't even know why I was there, and so I don't remember which one it was. But there is a Target semi close to me that didn't have anything anymore. It was all gone. So
I'm gonna try your custom steelbook guy, by the way, because him and we've been chatting the past few days.
which one you sending them?
I told him that I might want to have a new the Croak steelbook, because the guy that I had before, the steelbook feels like it's melting.
That's weird.
Yeah, it has it feels like it. I don't know if it actually is, but it feels like it. And I was mentioning to the guy that you go through that I was thinking of doing that. And I didn't know this, but apparently when him and I were talking before, he had created the one that I was wanting, but he never told me he actually created it. He ended up selling it on eBay.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, shit, man. I apologize, because he never said anything to me.
Man, he usually, the way he works with me is that I'll send him the pictures I want, and then he'll send me like the mock-up of what it looks like, and then however freaking long it takes him, that's probably where it got lost in the shuffle. It takes him forever because you're just in line with so many people. But when he does finally get it done, he'll send you an in-hand picture of it or even a video of him showing you around it, and then he's ready for you to pay. Most likely, he just forgot to send you that video, or he forgot who asked him for that steelbook.
Well, but he's the one who told me about it. Like, he mentioned that he sold it on eBay and never said anything about like, oh, I forgot or whatever. It was just he had made it, but he had never told me that he had made it. And then I felt bad because I was like, oh, well, shit, if you made it back then, I definitely would have put money towards it, because even though I was only working part-time at that moment, I had the money, but I was just trying to be sure, do I want to do it? And I let him know about my, financial struggles.
Yeah.
And there might have been a loss in translation because I know he's from a different country.
Oh yeah. You gotta really
Slim it
you
down.
can't. Yeah.
Italian, right? Or Spain?
Yeah. Italy. Yeah. I think he's Italy. Isn't he? I just asked somebody this today on my live on here, but or on Instagram.
Did you pick this up, Jody? Did you
Which
pick
one?
up the?
I did pick that up.
Yeah.
I picked it up
Now,
too.
my question is, and I know it's probably made by a different company, but why could they not put Back to the
Visors?
Future and Indiana Jones in this
in
nice
that kind of a
heavy
box? I
Yes.
know.
and just have it like this, and not have those dumb dividers in there.
Well, see, a lot of
Flimsy
people,
dividers,
a lot of people were kind of angry that it didn't have dividers, because if you open all three of those steelbooks and you're constantly
The
sliding
friction.
them in, the friction's going to scratch them up.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
I do
no-
agree on the box, and
nobody's gonna-
that kind of box is what we should be getting on the Hunger Games that's coming up.
Not some flimsy ass shit.
Yeah,
Well, hey, the Disc Father, aka Geek Gab, originally, actually has a video on his Instagram profile of him having an early copy of it,
yeah.
and it almost looks like the fucking Indiana Jones, but the outside cardboard actually being more sturdier than
Yeah.
the inside.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot closer to that Kingsman box than the Back to the Future and all that bullshit we got back in the day.
No. Remember,
That one's good too. I don't know.
but no dividers. I know it's not steelbook, but
You don't need
no
dividers for
dividers.
that. Yeah.
I need to buy
That
the
would've
Dark
been
Knight
nice.
trilogy in 4K. I need to buy that too.
Yeah.
But they've been
It's
been
really
selling
nice.
it here recently. Was
Yeah,
I know
there
we were-
separate steelbooks of that stuff of the
Just
Dark Knight?
Just the first. Oh wait, which one?
the Dark Knight steelbook, the Dark Knight series steelbook.
oh,
Yeah.
those ones that are coming out.
Excuse me, the Dark Knight series 4Ks, but did they make steelbooks that went along with that? Because they only they're only selling like the 3 movie set in 4K right now.
No, I know what you're talking about. I think you're
Only
talking about the
horns,
Michael
the
Keaton
portraits.
/ Joel Schumacher ones where it was a
No, I have that.
Returns 1989. Yeah, because there is a Batman 4K Steelbook collection set that's kind of like the Avengers Endgame and as well as Rambo, how they're set up.
Yeah, I have that, but I have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. See, I would love that one.
That's the only 4K Batman steelbooks that they did so far
Okay.
that I know of.
Okay,
In
that's why I was
set,
asking. I didn't know if they released them
Yeah.
individually or not. Because I haven't
Not
But
not
they are
4K.
Not here. They did in Germany and the UK. They did singles.
Well, no, but Jody, you got access to show people, or so does other people in general now, but you were showing steelbooks that are coming out for like Batman Begins, Batman 89 Returns, and them. Steel-
Those are
You talking about the Mantelab or those ones that
No,
were in
no.
like slip covers
talking
with all
about
with all the goodies?
you talking
Yeah,
about those
slip
white,
cover with all goodies.
That
Those-
listen.
those white ones that just came
Yeah.
out.
It is still debatable if those are actual steelbooks, and I'm hoping I'll find out tomorrow.
Because
Oh,
the pictures.
The pitch, yeah. If
Steelbook in there.
if I find out that those aren't steelbooks, I'm gonna be like, y'all need to really go back and look at your
What
editing
piece
because
you use.
because that looks. I mean, even if you zoom in, there's a shine on the corners, just like on all their steelbook post art. But yeah, there's a big thing going around right now that apparently if you contact Zavvi customer service, they're saying that they're not steelbooks because it doesn't say steelbook in the title. Well, that just sounds like a customer service answer to me.
yeah.
So I've got a more insider, at least I think he's a more insider to Zavvi. So I'm hoping he will be able to answer that question officially, and I can make everybody, because I pre-ordered all of them because I thought they were all steelbook. I'll probably go back and cancel 89 and return.
Oh, what happened to Seabass?
He was messing with his phone or computer or something.
Yeah.
I guess something. He'll be back.
come back in a minute. Did you pick this up, Charlie?
No, and I need to.
Is
I
it
need to,
officially
too.
out? I'm confused. 'Cause
It
when,
is.
When did it come out?
I think December.
Oh,
No,
did
I
it?
wouldn't-
Okay.
was
I
it
didn't realize
December?
it. You were talking about it a while back. I didn't know it was out because I went to Best Buy about a week ago and it was just randomly like with the TV sets. Somebody had just laid it up there randomly, and I thought somebody just thrown it up there as a joke, because when I went to scan it and pay for it, well, when I went to pay for it, she scanned it and she ended up having to use her phone to get the price. So I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh.
this is weird.
It
Yeah,
could
it's-
have been a
it's been out.
return and they were reselling it.
Well, I'm glad I picked it up. For some reason, that's the movie I kept thinking that I already had on Blu-ray, and
I
First time
remember
on
you saying
Blu-ray.
that.
I was wrong about that. I don't know. Sometimes I get confused at what I have on Blu-ray or don't. I picked this up, the 4K of this.
Oh, something like it hot.
Oh, nice.
I need to get that because I like that movie. I have it on Blu-ray, but I would like to get the 4K.
Sorry, I'm just kind of having an impromptu. What did we get? What does everybody have? What has everybody gotten in the past week? I guess
I finally got. I didn't know this was a thing because it got canceled from another studio, but I got the Vinegar Syndrome release of Drop
Okay.
Dead Fred. and it's got
Really?
it's got this slip cover. This is a really nice slip cover that they do, but it's just got the new Blu-ray. I didn't know they did this because I forget who was going to be putting this out. I think it was
Originally, Shout Factory, I think, was going to be doing it.
yeah, and there might have been another one, and then it was up on Amazon for pre-order, and then some rights issue happened. So I was excited to see that they got this.
Yeah,
Well, I know
I've thought
me.
about
I
that.
got Mask with Cher.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't
This
know
is-
it was out on Blu-ray. Sorry, go ahead, John. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all right. I said this is a good movie too. I picked
House
up
of
pretty
Gucci. I got
Yeah.
that, but I didn't watch it yet.
I heard it was good.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just interrupting here.
No.
That's all right.
Sorry,
You-
John. Go ahead.
You seen that earlier, King Richard?
Yeah,
Which
I
seen
saw that on HBO Max.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater, but it's a pretty good movie. I like.
It's on
biopics.
4K. It just sold the fuck out.
Yeah,
No joke.
I went and looked for. I think both of those, House of Gucci. I think both of them are on 4K. I think I could have got it through Amazon. I was like, I'll just buy the Blu-rays because they look good. They look pretty good, so I'm not too concerned
House of
about it.
Gucci is 4K, but it's overseas. It didn't get a US release.
yeah. One of the companies I do group buys for, that Cinema Museum, they're going to do a release for House of Gucci. And it's going to have the 4K steelbook in it.
Yeah. And
Oh.
I have it. So that's one of the new ones that I got. I also got Mask, like I said.
You got
And
this,
nice.
yes, I got that
There you
one
go.
too.
Nice.
And the Universal Monster Classics. I was able to finally get it.
Cool.
I was behind. Yes, I know, but I got it.
There you go. That's all that matters, man.
Yeah, it does. I mean, like, because I don't remember you ever posting about the steelbooks on, and you usually post almost everything you have.
Those weren't the 4Ks. Those were the older Blu-ray release that they did.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Well-
there's 4Ks of them.
Yes. Well, did
Steelbook.
they do? I don't know if they've done all of them on 4K Steelbook yet.
Yes.
I don't have they done all of them now?
Yes, the ones
Okay.
that are on the actual set of the Universal Monster Classics, Dracula, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, and Wolfman, they all have their own steelbooks 4K. That's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Yeah, I just didn't. I love the set that I know it's Blu-ray, but it's got the Alex Ross artwork on them, and it
Mhm.
looks. I freaking love those steelbooks.
I have the original Blu-ray steelbook of The Mummy.
Yeah.
That one looks cool. It actually has a slip cover with it for being a steelbook.
The clear plastic ones, kind of like Lionsgate's doing.
Yeah, I'll grab it
Yeah.
real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
What set do you have, Jody? I just have it basically looks like what he had on 4K, but I have the Blu-ray set that has, I think, 8 movies on it instead of just 4. That's why I didn't want to replace it. It's just 4 movies. They're going
Mine's
to end
got-
up,
Mine's got 7. Hang on, I'll grab it real quick.
yeah. Also picked up Animal Farm this week.
Okay, so here it is. This is
Yeah.
The Mummy.
Nice.
And that's the one I have, and then being a slipcover, take it off, and there you go.
Yeah, that was Best Buy did that, and those were cool. And I had all those at one time, but then I ended up selling them for some reason. And then Zavvi,
I
Did
ain't
this-
selling this.
I had them all and I sold them, but then Zavvi put out, it's the same steelbooks. They don't have those clear sleeves, but they put them all in this box. Oh shit! They put them all in this box,
Oh,
but it's all the same steelbooks.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed it, but yeah, it's all the Alex Ross artwork that you have. They just they just don't include those little plastic sleeves. But yeah, it's got what does it do? Creature from the Black Lagoon, Invisible Man, Mummy, Wolfman, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and Dracula.
Well, I hear there's going to be a so-called volume 2 of the classic monsters with Creature from the Black Lagoon and others.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want that because they're gonna double gouge you for 2 different sets instead of putting it all in one, which they probably charge the same price for both. But
Right.
there was I just have the condensed set. I think it's either has 7 or 8 like your guys' sets, but they had a bigger set that has like 12 movies on it that came out originally. I think it's in one of the long boxes.
I
You
think
know,
I
the
remember
long,
seeing
thin
that.
boxes.
Yeah.
I think it's got a lot more movies on it. I'm not positive about that.
I remember
it's,
seeing something that big, but I don't remember what's
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can reach mine up here. Yeah, that's the one I have. It looks a lot.
Oh
like
yeah.
the 4K. It's pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
I like that box. That's cool.
This looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I thought it had 8.
It's looking like Sebastian's phone died. So
Yeah.
he texted me. He's like, my phone's almost dead. So I texted him back. So are you done? And he didn't say anything back. So I'm guessing right after he sent me that, his phone died.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be able to find a charger or something to plug it in. I don't know. But I think we're pretty much. I guess we can do like a final wrap up to talk about the Batman of each of us if we want to.
Yeah. You know, I went and saw Dog. It wasn't that bad, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, Channing Tatum.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer on that.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because right before the Batman started, you know, like how they'll have those like silence your phones before the movie starts kind of thing.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum and the dog, they're like sitting in a theater basically, and he's on his phone. It's like, no, people are on the phone all the time, you know, like that. And
Yeah,
it was one of those.
yeah, it's kind of anti-woke, believe it or not. They kind of make fun of woke culture in it a bit.
Huh.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
it's basically like a road trip from him. Like I think it starts around Portland, and he's like stops in Portland and goes to these bars, and all these girls he's trying to hit on are like they're all like these they're all activist type people, and they're all like keep going into their spiel about activism, and he just ends up walking out, and it's pretty good, and just different. He goes through Los Angeles and stuff, and he gets his car broke into. You know, it's
Well, damn.
pretty good. Yeah, but it has like a bizarre, like kind of probably a third of the way in the movie. It's got like this bizarre like offshoot, like in the trailers you probably seen like where he's befriended, like it kind of looks like an older like hippie woman, and like but the way he gets to this person, he like the dog basically goes crazy and jumps out of the car, and he runs through the forest after the dog, and he ends up into this where this guy's growing a bunch of weed at, and it's like a greenhouse in the middle of the forest, and he's growing weed in there, and then like a guy appears and shoots him with a tranquilizer dart, and he wakes up tied to a chair. So you get into like this weird, it's like this weird vibe in the middle of this movie, but he breaks out and ends up, you know, basically befriending the man and woman. And they turn out to be nice. Like after he breaks loose, he grabs an axe, and he's like inches away from just like killing the people. And then he realizes, then he like runs into the woman, like kind of consoling the dog. And he's like, how did you get him to behave? He said, I just talked to, that scene where it's like, I just talked to him, and like, and then the guy standing back there like shaking in his boots because he's like actually, but it's an interesting scene in the middle of the movie. But I would see it. I mean, it's probably worth getting when it comes on physical media. But I enjoyed
Dog or whatever you said it's called. I forget.
It's called Dog.
It is
Dog.
called Dog. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, because I had seen some advertisement for it. They didn't really promote it that much, so I don't really know too much about it. And it's a good thing you bring it up because Yeah, I'm not like say super familiar, but do know of it.
Yeah, well, it's actually a movie. It was one I had to kind of eat my words on because a friend that I go see movies with. He likes to see almost like he'll see a lot of stuff. He does not like seeing superhero movies. Does not
Mhm.
like superhero movies, and he kind of likes kiddie movies a lot of times. And he wanted to see it, and I was like, I'm like, I'm going to see it because I don't want to dictate what we're seeing, and and to have an open mind, I need to go see it anyways to review movies and things like that.
Mhm.
And and I was like, before I was like, man, that movie looks kind of stupid. I don't really want to see it, and then I was like, I had to kind of eat my words and be like, yeah, it was pretty good actually. I meant to
Well,
go see Uncharted as well, but I didn't. Uncharted don't look very action sequences look good in it. I think it would be fun in terms of that, but like some of the comedy looks between
Jody, didn't you see it?
No, I didn't see that.
the comedy
I
just
thought you
looked
did.
kind of bad in it. And
Yeah.
I don't hate Mark Wahlberg either. He just didn't, the humor just seemed, it was just like, millennial versus older people kind of humor. It's like, dad humor almost. It just didn't seem very funny.
I know what you mean. Yeah, even though I haven't seen it, I know what you're saying because I have seen the trailers to it and
Yeah.
promotion for it. But Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland being an interesting mix in itself right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get behind this Uncharted movie. I'm not sure if I can. I'll probably end up buying it in the end, so I do watch it, and like, okay, I recently watched that Tomb Raider movie, the newer one, not
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie, and that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people like
Kind
a
of
lot of people
underrated, in my
yeah,
opinion.
a lot of more people like that than they let on, and I'm surprised they haven't moved forward with another one.
They were
I think
supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like the actress that played Lara Croft was. I've never really played the games, but she seemed like a good representation of Lara Croft.
Yeah.
She was a good representation.
Yeah.
I mean, Angelina Jolie was also a good one, but they didn't utilize it correctly.
Never been a fan of Angelina Jolie. I've never thought she's hot. I've never liked her really in anything.
I
Even
always
in-
thought she was
even-
attractive, but out of her like acting in itself, there are certain movies that I do find her better in than others.
Yeah.
She
Like
was-
Changeling, I
Hackers,
thought that was a good
Hackers.
Hackers was good.
is
She was good in Hackers.
She's kind of sexy in Hackers because she's young and they kind of.
Well, and
But
she's
I
new,
just never did. Huh?
and she's new to it. Like in Hackers,
Oh, yeah.
that's
yeah.
like one of her first like big roles.
Yeah. Yeah. I just I really don't know her relationship between her and her dad, but she never did. I mean, it must have been a bad relationship because she's never
It was.
really acknowledged John Voight too much. So
They're on better terms now than they were years ago. We'll just say that. That I know for sure.
Didn't he play her father in the Tomb Raider movies?
Oh,
Or am I crazy?
I can't remember.
no, you might be right. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I think you're right.
And it might have
I
been
think you're right.
it might have been flashbacks, honestly. It may not have been they may have not have shared the screen together, and that I might be making that up.
No,
But,
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure if it's even Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I think there might be a movie that they are in together in general where I'm like, that's right, they're father-daughter, kind of thing.
It was Tomb Raider.
It was?
Yeah, I'm looking at the IMDb. Yeah,
Oh, damn.
but I'm pretty sure, and I'm it's been freaking forever since I've seen that movie. I'm pretty sure it was a flashback of when she was younger, and because he's obviously, I don't think he's alive when she's the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a flashback scene.
What's her dad's name?
John Voight.
Thank you.
John Voight. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
He's still alive. He's not dead, is he? Did he die?
No, he's
No,
not.
no,
dead.
no, no, no. He's still here.
Okay, you're just talking about the Tomb Raider.
When he did that movie Anaconda with, Ice Cube and, J-Lo, I did not know until way after that movie had been out that was her dad.
Yeah.
And I mean like years down the road kind of thing.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
one,
know.
they don't look like each other at all.
No.
No.
They don't. I'm like, when they say, no, that's her dad, I'm like, where's the fucking resemblance?
Well, her being a woman, I'm pretty glad about that. Not looking like her dad.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
I mean, she's attractive without his traits, yes. No, I agree with you on that, John, for sure.
Well, I don't know. There's something about I don't know. I don't like activists and bloody do-gooders, I guess, too much. And no, there's
What
something
does
about her
that
I never
mean?
had liked. No, that's just kind of a joke from Monty Python, bloody do-gooders. But
There's some 4K movies we need soon. All the Monty Python.
Oh, yeah, Monty Python, yeah.
I would
Give me-
I would
give me
buy
a box set.
I would like to see those in Steelbook.
Oh,
Hey,
there
I
you
got
go.
them. They got them. Hang on a second. We're not
Monty
putting-
Python?
Hell
I'm
yeah,
talking about
man.
real Steelbook. No, I'm just joking.
No, yeah, I know
no,
what
he
you're
has
saying.
the right to make fun of you, Jody.
I know what you're saying. No, they did. They've done 3 of them. They've done the Meaning of Life,
Holy
Life
Grail.
of Brian, and Holy Grail.
I think I remember Holy Grail. It's almost the same as the regular one.
Yeah, and they use the classic Monty Python.
Yeah.
artwork, which is I love it so much. And then they got the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
are these region. If
made
they're region
that?
B, then it was these are region, or at least this one's region free. But it came from the UK because it's got those rating stickers on the discs.
Well, that Mask Blu-ray that I got, apparently will play in all 4K players for sure. Regular Blu-ray,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
I'm not positive. Is 4K? I know it's based off the Blu-ray format, but is 4K's region locked?
No,
Because
4Ks are region free.
Blu-rays were supposed to be region free, and I guess they changed their mind on that. And
no, Blu-rays for the most part, if you have a 4K player, will be region free. But if it's like, say, a standard Blu-ray player, then no, they wouldn't play. And
Well,
same with
I've
DVDs,
got a
because I got a 4K player and a Jack the Bear, DVD that's from, like, say, region 2 and does not play in my PS4 or my 4K player, and it's asking for a code. And I'm like, well, what fucking code am I supposed to put in?
yeah, I just recently got a region free Blu-ray player.
Oh, you did?
So I've been, which I really, most of my collection is not based on having a lot of that stuff, but it's nice to open up a little bit and be able to.
Yeah.
When I see a region locked product, I can just go, yeah, I'll buy that. Especially if it's a good deal.
Without hesitation, yeah.
Yeah, that's how this is. I was showing earlier, Animal Farm.
Nah,
Oh no.
nice.
Produced
A
by the
movie I
CIA.
wish that had a U.S. release for Blu-ray was a movie called Freaked with
Oh
Alex Winter.
yeah.
It's bona
Yeah.
fide. This was CIA produced
Bona
this.
fide.
Bona fide.
Yeah,
Well,
they wanted to
John,
scare
since you've
people
got a good collection, do
away
you
from
have the movie
communism.
Freaked?
No,
You
I
don't?
wish I
No.
did. I wish I did. Oh,
There's
not
an
on-
there was
Italian
not-
Blu-ray release.
not in
Yeah.
any form. Not in
There
any
was,
form. I love to have it because I remember it was one of those. It was one of those Showtime or HBO movies.
Yeah.
I watched when I was a kid all the time.
Yeah.
It would.
Oh,
It
yeah.
seemed like it'd always be on in the mornings before I had to go to school, and I'd always catch parts of it, bits and pieces of it, and
It was always early evenings for me, like 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe 6.
no, I'd love to have a copy of it. I always liked it a whole lot. It was just weird, and you know how it is.
Well, from what I understand, you can find it through eBay as well as the Amazon Italy. I think it is Italy that has it, where you can play in any Blu-ray player, where it is region
Have to look in it.
unlocked.
Have to look into it.
Oh, I just found because I had it. There's a listing
How much
on
of-
Amazon. It's been on
How
there
much
forever.
is it going? How much is it going for?
quite a bit.
on eBay.
eBay's stupid. It's
Was
stupid
it was
money.
it is it only DVD or was there actually
No,
Blu-rays
Blu-ray.
for?
There was a Blu-ray, but what I was fixing to say
Shout
is
was it Shout Factory put it
that
on?
no, they need to. If anybody was going to put
See,
it out, it needs to be Shout.
That's the weird thing. Like here lately, you know, I'm always going on how I don't really keep up with stuff much anymore.
Yeah.
But there was many years that I've looked at Blu-ray.com daily just to see what was coming out, especially, you know, kept tabs on it. And, you know, that's a movie I don't ever remember seeing coming out. And there's another one that pisses me off because it's going for like $130 now too, is there's like a double set of Men at Work and it's a Rodney Dangerfield movie. It's a Shout Factory 2 movie set and it's out of print
Back
now.
to school.
Back to School, yeah.
You talking about the Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez?
No, I'm sorry. It's not. I don't think it's Back to School. It's one of the other ones. Yeah,
I got that.
Men at Work.
Yeah,
Men at Work. I love that movie.
it's on a steelbook. It's a media pack.
Shit.
Yeah, I seen that. I looked for it on Amazon, and that came up, but I forget how much. I think they were just wanting like $30 or $40 for it, but I was like, I'd rather have that. It's Easy Money. That's what it came with. That's a Rodney Dangerfield movie. Easy Money. And,
Oh yeah.
Easy Money. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one.
yeah, that's.
I like Ladybugs, and I know that recently came on Blu-ray like a couple years ago.
Yeah. It came out last year, I believe. I've got it.
Was it last
I picked
year?
it up. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Easy Money's kind of overshadowed because of Back to School, but I think Easy Money might be funnier than Back to School. Back to School's a good movie though. Don't get me wrong. But both of those, that double set came out, never saw it. It would be something I 100% would have bought when it was out. I'd have ordered it 100%, and then I should have bought it last year.
I have some good news for you guys. It's not 100% good news, but it's a good portion of good news than say bad news.
Sounds complicated.
Well, it is. In a sense, it is complicated because it has to do with Geek Gab / the Disc Father because he changed his, profile name and all that. I am close to snagging a deal with him to be with us. It just depends on everybody's schedule, basically. As in, he's unable to do the days that we would most likely be available. Which would be mainly Sundays and Wednesdays for all of us. But if there's a day that we can all actually meet up, like whether it's a Saturday or whatever it may be, if we can, and I say if, he's willing to kind of like keep up to date with me on a schedule basis and see what we could possibly do.
For me, cool. It don't matter. It's really up to Jody. I'll do it whenever. Just.
I mean, as long as it's an evening. I mean, the only thing that gets kind of weird over here on my end is how many kids are here because I don't have a door on this room, so it's just wide open to the house.
Okay, well, you need a door.
Yeah, I can't put a door up.
Put some beads up, man.
Why not?
Because there's no door. It's just a hallway that leads into a room. There's nowhere to put.
You can't put hinges on it.
Nope.
Why not?
Trust me.
Why not? Does the hallway not allow hinges?
You know what? I'm over it. Here we go. Right here. Here. Look. You see this? There's a closet right there. This wall is longer than this wall. There's nowhere to put a door. I can put a curtain, but I can't put a door.
Hey, handyman, become an actual handyman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just type of handy Mandy over here and just get some shit.
No, but like I said,
yeah,
if there's some way that we can actually all do something with him on a date that actually works for all of us, besides just say a Sunday or a Wednesday, we could let him know and just kind of go from there. I mean, John, you say you basically can because you're not working, of course.
Yeah.
And I want to let anybody know who's watching. I'm not picking on John. It's just how it is right now for him. Plain and simple.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not to pick on you at all.
Truth. That's what I meant to say. Truth.
Truth. But yeah, whenever we're all able to do, like, say, a Monday night, a Tuesday night, or a Thursday night, if he's able to do it, would you guys be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like Monday or Tuesdays would be if we got it lined up on the right week, it'd be less likely of having any background noise. But if we start getting into like Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, then I really have to line it up to where I don't have a lot going on in the house, if that makes sense.
Here's a good question. John, do you have like a pre-recording kind of deal with StreamYard or even maybe Zoom?
I thought about that while
yeah.
you were just saying, but especially with him on, if we advertised it correctly, we would miss the live factor of having people to be able to ask questions and get comments.
True.
That and with
you can't
him
record.
on, with him on, I would think we would get a lot of people wanting to ask a lot of questions because he does
Well,
Q&As on his Instagram on his stories, and he gets bombarded. So
Oh, yeah,
I
he does.
have a feeling that if we're able to get them and all four of us advertise, it would be a very large event.
Yeah. What were you going to say, though, John?
Oh, nothing. I don't think. I think I was laughing at this picture.
Oh.
Nothing.
Well, I thought you were trying to say something before, Jody continued. That's why I was like, what? But, yeah, no, if we're able to work with him, I'll probably message him after we're done with this and just kind of basically ask him what day per se works best for him, and then see maybe 2, 3, maybe even a month and ahead if we have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to start getting like booking months at a time. I think that would be good. Not necessarily advertising. We can advertise week to week.
Well,
but maybe even like at the first of the month, like March. If we had all Sundays of March lined up, we'd put a post out there on our Instagram or whatever showing the March lineup. I think that would be cool.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a cool thing that we could start doing. I know next week we've got 4K Ray coming in. That's going to be a fun episode.
He's for sure next Sunday then?
Yeah, the last I saw, I messaged him on our Instagram DMs, and he said he was still good. So
Awesome.
hopefully that stays to plan throughout the week. And
I know you joined his 4K paddle, so he needs to be here.
That was fun. I really liked that. I want to do that again. I need to get fucking what's his God, why do I keep forgetting his name every time I want to talk about him?
Justin?
No, we've had him on the show too, which is really embarrassing.
We've had him on the show?
Yeah, what's his name?
If you explain a little better, I might be able to know.
He does a lot of shit on YouTube too. God bless America. I was just talking to him the other day. Well, who was like one of our first guests? Do y'all remember? He was pretty early on with us doing this. I'm looking back at my conversations right now to see if it's.
We're not talking Durant Cinema, are we?
No,
because he's one of our early guests.
Yeah, I remember him.
We had Ken on here.
Ken, here we go. See, I know right
mid-level.
Yeah, mid-level. I was apparently he took the reigning title from those battles, and then he just retired. I think that's mean and uncalled for. So I've been trying to challenge his ass to get out of retirement. To go up against him. I want to create like
that for sure.
Yeah, I want to. I told him I want to get on his collectors, his ultimate collectors or whatever. I forget what the show's called, but
I told him too.
Yeah, I told him I want to get on there and then just kind of like sprinkle in throughout the show how I wanted to kind of want to battle him, and then just finally at the end of the show, just have him get fed up with me just saying shit, and us just start giving each other shit on live, and then one of us just hang up. So we start like this like wrestling fucking feud, and then we do a battle. I think it'd be fun.
It's funny that you say that because I had messaged him just to let him know, like, hey, if you happen to want another guest for your world's biggest collectors show, I'm more than able to do it, but just know that I'm only available these days.
Yeah.
Which it looked like he would either do it a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Right.
You know, and I was like, okay, well, I have Wednesdays off, so I would let him know. And he said, it's funny enough you say that because I actually had you on my list. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay, well, can't wait. And that's
Yeah, he's
I left it at.
definitely he's got a list. How far in advance he starts booking people, I don't know, because I talked to him. Hell, I think I talked to him back in
must
December.
do it early.
Yeah, I think I talked to him back in December, and at that time he was like, I would love to have you on, but like right now I've got it. I'm not going to have an opening until like I think at that time it was like February or something.
Oh,
So
you must have been around when he was still getting noticed on YouTube and had Films at Home Jeff on his channel that year.
yeah. He's doing good over there. I need to get over on YouTube more, but that's a whole nother
Yes,
conversation.
you do. What the hell?
Oh, this whole TikTok thing's blowing up, man. I'm trying to keep up with it. It's getting
But
crazy
you
over
can turn
there.
your TikToks into YouTube videos.
I know. I've got lots of YouTube video ideas. I just need to put the. foot to
I've
the
given
ground.
you some.
I know you have. I have a list. Damn it.
What is
Around here
this?
somewhere? Ooh, it's
I
long.
never have done that. It's Lord them rings.
That's Jesus.
That
Sorry.
sounded South Park. Jesus.
And Jesus.
That's just all the bad press coming out about Lord of the Rings. Spending
Oh.
$1 billion, they're going to freaking wreck.
Oh,
Tolkien's
yeah, because
world.
they have that new show coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even looked in to see what that's even all about.
Oh,
I just
I'll
saw like
wait.
an ad
There's
for
no
it.
trailer. It's just a teaser.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah,
haven't missed anything.
basically what's happened is they're, well, you know, how the kind of stuff that's going to be in it, the woke crap, but they're basically going to introduce that stuff to Tolkien's world, pretty much. But what they're doing is they basically don't necessarily have the rights to do like the Silmarillion or really anything that touches the original movies or that era, you know, that those books, the original books. So they basically having to make this in almost a gray area, a kind of a point in time where nothing much is going on, but they're going to contradict a lot of things from what I've seen, and it's just, and it's, I don't care, but I'll try to watch it just to see if it's, hopefully it's better than the press it's getting, but it's getting slammed hard in the press because you don't fuck with Tolkien people. I mean, they're like
No.
old school.
Yeah.
They're like old school fans. And I mean, they'll
Yeah.
bitch. There's people that hated the movies whenever, you know, Peter Jackson made them, and everything that Peter Jackson did was bona fide. He tried to preserve the world as much as he could, putting it into a movie. You know, he tried to do his best. You know, people still hated it. You know, so,
He was doing horror, Dead
you
Alive.
know.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fun movie. Weird, but fun.
Sorry, I got off on the tangent there. I was just thinking about that earlier. I thought that's funny. That laud them rings. Yeah, they're going to have like black hobbits and stuff like that. And the problem with the hobbits is really the hobbits don't really get introduced in the age that they're not really mentioned in the age that's in the books. Like they come later on, and like it's not going to make a lot of sense.
Well,
That's
it's like
what's gonna piss
Shang-Chi is
Yeah.
the Asian version of the Lord of the Rings.
I don't necessarily care about the race stuff in it because what's that? What about Shang-Chi again? Sorry.
I said that Shang-Chi was the Asian version of Lord of the Rings.
I don't know about that. All those stunning and brave Asian people, they've never been in movies before. That's the first Asian movie made about martial arts ever.
I sense sarcasm.
Yes.
Oh shit.
I still need to watch it though, because I do want to watch it so I can officially make fun of it. But
In all honesty, John, I think you would enjoy it.
yeah, I'll have to see. I've been meaning to
Black
pick
Widow,
it up,
I
but
still need to watch.
You still haven't watched it. You were talking about that like 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
You
It
gotta
is what it
understand,
is.
I wasn't a big Black Widow fan.
Yeah, well, now I can go back and watch some of this stuff that I've not really watched, like the what's the one on HBO Max you guys been watching? The
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, yes.
Oh yeah.
Because
That's-
now I have like freaking everything. I was boycotting Disney Plus, but now I have it again. But it's because I got it with like I wanted to get Hulu because there's a movie I wanted to watch, and I went down the rabbit trap. I got Hulu, HBO Max, and Disney Plus, and I've got all of it.
You got
I
it
got
all.
about $40. I got about $40 worth of stuff now, and I'm like, well. But I have been watching. I did go back and watch My Name Is Earl, which I actually own on disc, but I decided it's a lot easier just to watch it streaming, just sticking the disc in. So I just been watching My Name Is Earl again. I love that show.
There you go. Yeah, that was a good one.
It's a funny show.
Well, what's kind of cool is like that other show. Oh shit! There was another show that came right after it that was made by the same people, and it was in the same universe. It was
Trailer Park Boys.
no, that's Canadian.
I don't know. No one tells me anything.
It was the one about the baby. They had a baby. Crap, I can't think of it. But it was kind of a goofy family like that. But it's in the same universe, so it kind of reminds me of like Paul Henning, like Beverly Hillbillies, Petticoat Junction, and Green Acres. They all take place in the same universe. You know.
Right.
So. But sorry, I blanked on that name. I have it here somewhere. I have season 1, but oh there.
No worries.
Yeah, I thought I found it. Oh, yeah, Raising Hope. Excuse me. Raising
Oh, I
Hope.
remember that show.
Oh yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember that show.
Kind of goofy characters, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like that stuff.
Mark and Mindy. I am Mark for Mark. Nanu nanu.
Well,
We
what
hit
else
the
we got to
2-hour
talk
mark?
about?
Yeah, we're
Right
past
on the
it
mark.
now.
Right on
Ah,
the mark.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun. I enjoyed. I think we all. I like that we all enjoyed ourselves seeing the Batman.
Yeah.
Yes.
And hopefully nobody watches this that hasn't seen the movie yet. Because listen, we talked about a
Closing
lot of shit.
statements, anybody?
About the movie.
Yes.
It was good. I'm looking forward to the second. The only thing that bugged me, I went into about the ending. I think it could have been edited differently to not just make it a better ending, but also keep it from feeling like, oh, here's another ending, because there was a couple endings. So if
Could have been.
the
Could have been
editing
a half hour shorter.
yeah, the edited of the like the length was fine, but I explained it all. It's just the way that it could have been in a different
agree.
order.
I
It could
agree.
have been in a different order. But other than that, I really enjoyed this Batman, and I'm looking forward. I'm hoping that they continue this Batman and don't try to turn him into something else in order to make another character make sense. I want this Batman and then bring in the villains and make them make sense with him. That's the only thing I'm kind of afraid of. But as long as we can make the future villains make sense with this Batman and don't change this Batman very much, I think it's going to be a nice little trilogy.
Well, things are going to change if it makes a lot of money. If it makes the kind Spider-Man money, which I'm not sure if it's trending. I haven't looked at any of the numbers yet, but
It's been trending.
It's doing pretty well.
if it does that kind of money, then they'll probably do more things focused on its universe, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely tell Warner Brothers has. I mean, they had hope with this movie before it was even out because they greenlit so many HBO Max series. So
Oh yes.
that's I want to have confidence in that they appreciate this Matt Reeves style universe.
It's
and I'm
funny you
hoping-
say that. It's funny you say that, Jody, because when the Suicide Squad came out with Idris Elba, John Cena, and then they announced Peacemaker, I was really hesitant to watch Peacemaker. Shit you not, really hesitant. And once it came out and I actually gave it a chance, I don't know what the hell it was, but I got hooked like instantly.
Yeah.
And I like John Cena in general, but I don't like everything he does. And there was just something about him being this character that fits so well. And with each episode being a little bit different, kind of drew you in.
Yeah. It was a good. It's a good series, and it was surprising. It was very surprising.
Yeah,
I didn't know what.
and-
I didn't know what. I had no expectations going in, but I wasn't expecting to like it like I did.
Same
The
here.
reason, yeah, the reason I'm going to give it a chance is some of the people I was listening to, like I listen to different sources. I don't hang on one person's opinion, but some of the opinions I was hearing early on got kind of negated because I don't really know Peacemaker comic book at all. Most people don't.
No.
A lot of people pretend like they do now since it's out. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I've been a lifetime fan," but but some of the people that do know it. But somebody else was talking about, say, yes, I've read the comic books, and like, his father was kind of like a Nazi. People were claiming, so, oh well, they're calling him a Nazi and stuff, but that's in the comic book. His father's a Nazi in the comic book.
They followed it pretty good.
They did.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
That's it. It's just, sometimes you can't rely on people's opinions, which I've never done that for most circumstances, but yeah.
I agree with you on that because, like, when Rotten Tomatoes comes out with a score, do I really go by their score? No. No, I will never go by their score, ever.
Oh,
Even
no.
if they say certified fresh, I may not like it.
Well, especially after they got busted fixing numbers for like the Star Wars movies. They were, I think I can't no. Well, I think it was the Captain Marvel movie. So that's where when the Captain Marvel movie come out, they took down they had a different type of rating system, and they took it down to suspiciously as that movie came out, and it, and you can't trust them because a lot of times, because the problem is anymore, a lot of the movie reviewers, they're like, they get free passes and stuff, and they get free passes to see it. So you don't have a lot of honesty anymore in the mainstream people. That's why it's good we have people like us out there, all the people that do honest reviews.
Yes.
We're not paid shills, and there's a lot of people that are, if you get, like, there's some of these guys that get, they get to go to the actual Hollywood premiere, and then they're given like gift bags and stuff at the end of it, all kinds of, what else are you going to do but give it high praise for.
Right.
Well, of course,
So,
yeah. Especially if you're given a gift, you feel like you're almost forced to say something good.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be a case at all. It's like, dude, I understand you're giving me a gift. I appreciate it, but it's not going to change my mind on how I feel about your movie.
Unfortunately, we don't have those kind of people, though. They just write.
We do. They just don't get heard.
Right.
No, well, I'm saying a lot of the people that write in the mainstream press.
For
some reason, we don't have Siskel and Ebert anymore. He'll give things thumbs down, say this is crap, or honestly, we don't have that kind of personalities anymore. Can't think of that one woman that there's a blonde woman that gets a lot of one of these other channels I watch make fun of her all the time, but I can't remember her name, but she's just terrible. She's the one that she was like gawking at John Cena's penis in it and made comments about it in the when she was doing her review.
All right.
In the Suicide Squad review. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know her name right off. I forget her name.
I don't think she cares.
Yeah. She's not very good.
It is what it is, and
I just don't
I enjoy the DC movies that we have. I could say that I enjoy them all on a certain level of respect. Even the ones that people call horrible, there's something that is still enjoyable and entertaining about them. like Joel Schumacher's, movies with Val Kilmer and George Clooney, they were bad, but they weren't the worst.
Yeah.
Weird, but it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty psyched up for Batman and Robin because I was always, when I was a kid, I had a crush on Alicia Silverstone, so I was like really pumped for her to see her in that movie, and it just was like, yeah, it was just, it's a big letdown. But Forever is pretty good. Forever. Does Forever open up though? It seemed like for the beginning of Batman Forever is kind of cheesy. They have like a cut scene, like there's a crowd scene, and then it cuts to Batman just coming out of the blue, sliding down the rope into the crowd, and it's just kind of cheesy watching it.
Well, the first beginning of that movie was where he told Alfred, "I'll take drive-through." That was that one.
Was that a commercial, or was that actually in the movie?
No, that's in the movie.
I hadn't seen it in a while. Jesus. I went back and I thought I went back and watched that a while back. Yeah, I did watch it a while. I did watch it a while back on Laserdisc. Well, I watched it again on Laserdisc, but I bet it's been 20 years since I've seen it almost.
Damn.
Yeah.
Me.
I remember when it was
4 years.
I remember when it was in the theater. I remember them having I remember going to Taco Bell to get exclusively to try to get the different cups. They had the collectible cups, and I used to have the collectible cups that went with it. And
Yes.
Was it Taco Bell or McDonald's that did the actual
McDonald's.
the glass cups?
Oh,
Those were
Oh.
I had those. Yeah, they had one
Glass
for the Riddler.
cups?
Yeah, they were glass, like almost like
Oh,
coffee.
really?
They were nice. I'm pretty sure it was McDonald's, but I had all of them for
Was
that
it?
movie.
yeah, Taco Bell had the plastic, and you could get like a combo deal or something. It was themed
That
around
is-
that.
That is something about this Batman movie. They freaking spent
Oh.
some damn money
I
on
forgot
they
to
did.
bring.
all the shit.
Did you guys
Yeah,
get any
they did.
collectibles? Did you guys get any collectibles?
I actually
at the
got-
theater?
I
get
got
the-
I got Seabass to get me a couple of things.
Oh.
You get that at the theater? Or did you
No.
buy that outright.
I bought it outright at Walmart.
There you go.
I'm a big. I like getting the popcorn tubs.
Yeah.
When they have the, I prefer when they have the tin ones, the metal.
Yeah.
But usually just Marvel does those. Actually, Disney does that because they did it with Star Wars.
Was that the poster in the Little Caesars pizza?
Yes, one
Damn
of them.
I wanted
One
that.
of them.
I wanted that. I was able to order
Because there's
Regal.
two.
If you have the Regal app, you can, and you whenever you buy Regal movies, you get points, and
Well-
they randomly do posters, and I was able to get the 40X theatrical poster for it. Hopefully, it'll be here soon. But yeah,
Nice.
Seabass found me the metal tin that they did for this movie, popcorn bucket, and he also got
Yeah.
me the cowl.
Who did the
Oh,
metal?
nice.
Who did the metal tin?
I need to find it. Maybe AMC. I don't remember.
Somebody was one of the theaters were giving away. They give you like the comic book, the
AMC.
Halloween.
It was AMC.
Yeah, they.
Oh, okay.
Some people were getting like the comic book, the early, the I guess the Tuesday night and Wednesday people were getting that.
Yeah.
I didn't get
AMC
nothing.
was doing a merchandise blowout on their. Yeah.
Yeah, the Regal that I went to, all they had were the plastic popcorn buckets, and I already knew Seabass
Yeah.
got me the two popcorn buckets. So hopefully he got those mailed off, and they'll be here soon. Because I really
Now,
want that cowl popcorn bucket was awesome.
The plastic bucket's all right, but the cup that came with that's awesome. I don't have it in here, but it's
Is it the gray
just
one
like-
that's like super embossed around
Yeah.
it? Is that? Oh,
Yeah.
I want that. I want that.
here. Well, let me grab it real quick, and I'll show it just right before we go off. I'll grab it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've been seeing people posting pictures of that shit. That's like the one thing that I've not
There
been
we
able to
go. A
find
live
somebody.
version. Live, people, live.
I haven't been able to find somebody that'll sell me one. It looks cool. Wait
Dude,
till
I
it shows it.
love the music to the movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was
Dude.
what I paid attention to a lot was the
That-
music.
That opening when they started playing the Nirvana track, the way that
Is
they
it
did,
Nirvana?
yeah, that was his version. The way that they did the sound,
It's
he was
Okay, I gotta look it up then.
the singing was coming from mostly over here. Yes, I want that cup so bad. Look at that shit. Damn it, that's awesome. Which theater chain was doing this?
Regal.
See, they
got
didn't
it,
have
Regal.
those when I went.
Regal?
Because I asked them what
Wow.
all they had, and all they had was that damn plastic bucket. I was like, I don't want that shit.
Really? Here's the bucket. It's not bad. It's just the movie poster.
Yeah,
Still though, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
cool, but the tin one's really cool.
It'll probably be
Fucking
embossed.
who
too.
was it? Geek Gab / Disc Father. He had posted something of the Batman head helmet bucket.
Yeah, I'm getting that one too. It looks cool. I think it would just be cool just sitting on the shelf because it looks really good.
Oh, and
Yeah.
before we get off, the one thing the only thing I didn't like about the Riddler at first, a lot of people liked that part version of the Riddler, like with the mask on and everything. But the only thing I didn't like about that was right at first, it didn't really play through, but he had a Bane-ish quality to him. He almost
Yes,
sounded like
a little bit.
Bane
A little
at
bit,
first.
yeah.
And I was like, what are they going for here? I knew it wasn't Bane, but I was like,
Yeah.
what are they going for with this? And then they demask him earlier, so later on they take his mask off, and which I like. I
kinda
like that actor.
Yeah, I kind of consider that performance a mixture of Heath Ledger's Joker with Dark Knight Rises Bane.
Yeah.
Like mixing the two characters in you know what I'm saying. I can't even say it right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the merge of the two.
I hate it when I can't
But
say a
it's
word.
But I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun.
Great
I thought-
movie.
I thought-
Yeah.
Yeah. Much. Yeah, and I didn't really have a problem with Catwoman at all. I thought she did a good job for the most part. She had pretty good chemistry.
It wasn't so much having a problem. I could say that it's not so much having a problem. It was just more of like she didn't get the proper recognition.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But there's going to be more to come from her. So I think
Yes.
this was just our little intro. You know, it's the same way. You know, she got more screen time than the Penguin, and they were hyping him up in all the trailers.
With the way things are in Hollywood, I'm not surprised. She'll probably have her own movie, I would imagine.
Possibly.
It could be. It could be.
Or they
And
might
instead of
team her
the
up with
Batman,
somebody.
it's the Catwoman, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't they make fun of that? Isn't that made fun of? I don't know the comic book exactly, but they're supposed to be the bat and the cat. One of the comic book writers used to write it like that,
Right.
and then they just diss it completely in the movie. They're like, and I'm not sure about the guy who wrote that, but because they say the bat and the cat, and he's like, it's at the end, and he's kind of looking like, nope, we're not going by that. Yeah,
No.
But thanks for everybody who did join us tonight that did
Yes.
join in
Yes,
general.
this was a good time. I'm glad we were all able to see this film and knock this video out.
Yes, I am proud of that too. We were all able to, have a good, intelligent talk on the movie itself. And if you guys have any comments yourself, leave them down below. Leave us a like, share it around. And thank you.
Check us out on Instagram. We've got our Instagram out there, individuals and one for cult collectors. So
Yes, Cult Collectors 1 for Instagram. And then, of course, we have our names down below letting you know what our Instagram names are.
yes, sir. All right, gentlemen,
Well,
this
everybody
was
have a-
fun.
Everybody have a
Next
good
week
evening.
we'll be here with 4K D-Ray.
Yes, next week, 4K D-Ray. Do not be late.
That's right. All right, guys.
Have a
Y'all
good
have a good night.
Later.
Yeah.